Alright. Alright, hold on. Let
Ooh,
me
God, I love that gem.
restart the console.
Blah, 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 blah. What's this button? I'm like exploring Skype. I haven't been up here in a while.
Yeah, I had to get a new
Okay.
Skype name.
How do I make you guys all?
Being forced to watch a stupid trailer as I'm starting Twitch.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Alright, I see it coming up.
Okay. Now I can actually hear again. I fired up Twitch and my ears are assaulted by a trailer for whatever Matt Damon movie thing.
What's he in now? I lose track.
Oh, it's this movie. It's called The Great Wall, so it's about China.
Oh, yes. I remember
Sorry,
seeing
I
previews
didn't
for
say it
that.
right. China. It's about China.
Giant.
Hey, Dana,
Yeah.
can you turn the volume of the stream up a little bit? You're a little soft.
Okay.
I'm actually not seeing anything on the stream.
Yeah, am I supposed to see something? I see blackness.
Black like my soul.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get
Ryan,
along
let me
pretty
know when that kicks in. Because I can go
I don't
louder.
have real headphones. I'm with these earbuds like a loser.
Yeah, that was Ryan last week.
I'm too lazy. They're like.
Hey,
I can,
if
like,
you see
them.
blackness, reload the stream. You should be
Alright.
seeing the opening of the game at this point.
I see offline. Oh, ooh, oh, here we go. I see. Okay.
Maybe I just need to lower Skype's volume, but
It's
How
still.
do you
There
lower
we go.
Skype's volume?
it's under Tools Options.
Oh, I can hear myself. That's
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
It's still a little soft.
Yeah, for
Also,
me, it's really
maybe-
loud.
I know I'm the vocalist of the group, but I'm convinced I sound like ass when I hear myself.
I think
don't
that's
like it at all.
everybody hates how they sound.
Actually, that's a very common phenomenon. It's because the voice in your head sounds deeper than when your actual voice is because of the resonance of the head.
Absolutely.
I think there was like a radio lab about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need you to turn it up, Dana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dana, you don't have to turn it up on your speaker volume. There's a setting on the stream that you can just turn
Oh,
the stream louder.
yes, yes.
There's like a microphone icon and a
Yeah.
headphone or a speaker icon on the OBS.
Yeah, I just turned it up.
Click that up.
Let's try.
So Ryan, are you going to do a
This.
previously on Final Fantasy VI?
You should.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ooh,
you know, Michael, you've
you
got
have
a
a
nice
real
tone
mic.
for that.
I can't keep up that voice though. It's too rough on my throat.
You can definitely
All
say.
right, load the save state, Dana, and I'll tell you if it sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome to do it if you want to.
How's it sounding?
I'll do a short introduction in a minute here.
Okay.
That's much better.
Do you want me to go back, reload, do any of that?
All you have to do is load the state and we're good to go.
Oh, I have loaded. Do you want me to just leave it here?
No, we're fine. We can start
We're
here.
good? Alright.
Yep. Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
sorry. I was hearing Dana behind on the Twitch stream and not Dana in real time. I have to adjust all my volume stuff. That's weird. Okay, let me bump Skype back up now that the stream sounds good again. Okay.
I don't know how you even adjust Skype.
It's like you hover the
Under Tools Options, you adjust it there. All right, everybody.
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
like to. That's okay.
Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be the second, however far we get, session of our Final Fantasy VI playthrough. Thanks for joining us. You've got Dana Plank playing tonight with Ryan Thompson, Michael Harris, and Julian Grasso on commentary.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. Where are we? I already forgot.
Let's hit it. We're in Narshe, headed to Figaro Castle, going to Kolingen.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk to this guy. But while I am talking to him, we should mention how this theme is used in every single Final Fantasy game, right? In some form.
Yes, the famous prelude.
The prelude.
Haven't heard it in 15 yet, but otherwise, yes.
Oh, it wasn't in 15, or you just?
No,
haven't
I've
heard
not
it?
gotten there yet.
I think
Okay.
I heard it. I don't know where.
It's definitely there. I think maybe the menu, one of the menu themes, or something like that. Something different.
All right.
Okay, so this is after we do the 3 separate missions, right? And then we're all back together in one place.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we save the Esper. That's right. My brain is catching
That's
up.
what we did last week, right?
Yeah. We're not gonna have Doug with the piano and analyzing melodies in real time now.
And now,
Yeah,
all
I
this
can't do
Lydian
that.
mode.
We should
There's no
probably mention
replacement
that
for
Doug,
like a super professional.
Four.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Doug was not able to join us because of the massive, nasty snowstorms on the East Coast, right? It's kind of...
Yeah, right.
How so? I sort of don't understand that since we're all kind of at home.
I think he had like summer rehearsal and he's worried
Yeah,
that...
he had orchestra rehearsal in a different town and didn't want to drive back.
Hold
Makes more
on.
sense.
I just realized something. Hold tight, y'all. My controller wasn't
What's up,
set
Anna?
up. My controller's not set up properly. So the Y button
Oh.
wasn't a thing. Okay. USB game.
Oh.
pad.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Da, da.
I'm
Modern day problems.
Yeah. LR. Excellent. Okay. We're all set. Okay. So, I was just gonna check. What tools do we have for Edgar? All of them?
No, put him in the lead and buy the rest of them now.
Yeah. Oops.
You can probably buy Flash and Drill. I know you can buy Drill, actually, because you use them in the opera scene. You should
Yeah.
get it.
Exactly. That was my thought. Oh, that's right.
Is the stream hanging up for anyone, or is something going on?
There was a bit of a hang up for me.
Yeah, but
2
I see
seconds.
Dana poking around again now.
Okay, yeah, we're good. Alrighty. So,
Can't take money
So-
from the king. Ah, see,
Hey,
in the
before you
Woolsey
leave the castle, would you-
translation, he says, "Shut up and take it." Oh, he's the item guy. Whoops.
Dana,
Yeah.
before you leave the castle, would you trigger the cutscene?
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Yeah, why not? Buy all of the things.
All right.
Now I'm forgetting. Do I sleep for that, or do I just go in here? Or
Sleep.
It's sleeping. Okay.
Yep, you must sleep.
Just be quiet.
Oh
and
my
take
gosh.
For what it's worth, Dana, for reference, I see you buying items right now.
Yeah.
It. Right.
That's cool.
Me too.
I don't currently see anything because I had to reload the stream. So,
Ooh, tonight's drink is excellent, by the way.
oh, what
Friends
do
on
you?
Skype, it is the Blue Moon Cappuccino Oatmeal Stout.
I
Whoa.
had that. Like, gosh, I think it was over New Year's. It was either that or over Thanksgiving. I was doing a movie marathon with a friend, and we stumbled over that. So what
It's
is it?
better than I thought it would be for a Blue Moon.
Yeah. I don't like cappuccino, but I do like oatmeal stouts. It's one of the few kind of beers you can actually buy in the grocery store in Colorado.
Is that based on ABV?
Yes.
I think I'm like a full minute behind the stream. Or behind on the stream, I guess.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, we're sleeping now.
That's right, I see sleeping too. See, the three of us will see everything at the same time, as will everybody else.
Yes.
I see. Cool.
Okay. I think I'm finally up and running with the stream. I see Sabin saying the castle hasn't changed much.
Yeah, you're right. That's where
Okay.
you need to be.
Yay! Sorry about that.
Oh, so this sequence is really awesome. We heard Sabin's theme earlier when we got him, but now we finally get the context for why Sabin's theme is sad. This is one of the bigger cutscenes in the game.
Yeah, is this the coin scene?
Yeah.
This is the coin scene, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is just a sort of a diminution of the castle theme, really.
And we were talking last week about how there's a lot of paired character leitmotifs. So of course it makes sense that the two brothers are gonna kind of have the opposite versions.
Yeah.
We have the more regal theme, which also kind of functions as the classic, video game castle theme as well.
Right.
Right.
I was just playing
Not a
some
lot of
Dragon Warrior
instrumentation.
3 earlier and going into the castle and
Officially, this is listed in the soundtrack as Coin Song, not Sabin's
Coin
theme.
Song,
and I think
right.
it's fitting for
Yeah.
that, because I feel like the castle music for Edgar is at least in part a facade, and we really this is also Edgar's tragedy. Even if he is the king, he doesn't
Yeah, in
necessarily
the
want it to be this way.
mm-hmm.
I believe that this is actually called Edgar and Sabin, or Edgar and Mash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not this theme, but the castle theme.
Oh yeah,
Let me see if I can actually pull that up really quickly. I have the soundtrack.
I've got the SPC code.
Yeah.
But my intuitions were always that this sad one was Sabin's theme.
Yeah.
I guess the way that it's paired in the narrative.
Right.
And I don't think the castle theme is inappropriate for Edgar. You could say that this is kind of the brothers' theme, but there's also Edgar's
Right.
got that kind of brashness and flirtatiousness, and I always saw that as kind of reflecting his cocky side as well.
Mhm.
Right. I really like where the coin scene here is placed if you view it now, because you're not explicitly given all the details now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see it here, and then there's a paired sequence if you take Sabin and Edgar both to the opera that finishes this sequence. If
We'll
you
have
see
to
it
trigger
now.
that.
Okay, I just looked it up. So yeah, there's Edgar and Sabin's theme, which is the castle theme, and then there is the separate one, the coin song.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna close iTunes because that's what's eating up all my resources right now and causing things to go slow.
I will say I'm really enjoying the flute timbre here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a
Yeah.
kind of low in a flute range if we're thinking of it on a real instrument, but
Yeah, it's sort of like a combined woodwind. I always thought of it as a flute, but sort of like mixed in with maybe like a kind of a clarinet or something
See,
like that.
I hear it as like electric piano on an old electric piano. Because I grew up with only a digital one, not like a real
Well, we
piano.
might be talking about different, depending on where we are relative to Dana.
Well, yeah, there's the electric piano, and then there's the flute.
Yeah,
woodwind
okay, I get it
on
now.
top of
Oh,
it.
right, the B
Wait,
section.
sorry, yeah.
Yep, it just got up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that flute sample is surprisingly good for a Super Nintendo sample.
here's to a couple of confused grown-ups drink, it's going to say. feel like that's a rallying cry to us all. Take a sip.
Yeah, indeed.
One of the benefits of the slattery translation.
Yeah.
This whole sequence here, though, where the question is really, would Dad be proud of me?
Mm-hmm.
Is a uniquely mature conversation for a video game to have.
Now I can't help but think of the end of Rogue One when I hear, your dad would be proud of you.
I feel like Here's to a Couple of Confused Grown-Ups is, in fact, the best.
I should point out, it'll come up for you guys, the man that's going to take us under the mountain says lots of requests this month. Who else has the authority to order the castle to move?
That is an excellent question.
Like, really? We've been going back and forth a lot? Is it, like a transit system? Like there's a token and it's like a subway. Takes you to the other side.
Nice.
I mean, for a reference, I kind of want to piece off of my continent right now. So
I think we're all there with you.
And it only took us how many minutes in to get to the political talk?
I think the more important question we need to ask right now is why were Edgar and Sabin sleeping in the same room with 4 beds? Wouldn't they have their own rooms at the castle?
That's a good point, isn't it? Well, maybe it's solidarity.
Edgar actually does have his own room. We won't call it Edgar during the fire sequence, the first Figaro sequence. Edgar wakes up in his own bed, the king's bed. That's the common in-room.
Is it a king bed?
Oh, very nice.
Don't ching.
LOL.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So now we are back to the more regal theme here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting that they actually play that instead of the, overworld theme there, just for the entire sequence. And to me that actually they were actually really thinking of this game in sequences with scoring and not just like, it's overworld, we have the overworld, but they were really thinking about where to place music overall in this game. And that kind of care.
Sure. Absolutely. The reconciliation between space and narrative. This game does it really well.
Well, and sort of related to that, later on in the Dark World, Ruined World, I remember thinking there was something wrong with my game, that after you get the airship, the initial overworld theme never triggers anymore.
That
was...
It does, though, once you land.
Maybe there's something wrong with my SNES then.
Wait, the first airship?
No, the second one.
Yeah. In the world
you're
right.
There's a separate second world overworld thing.
That organ thing.
Yeah.
Like wah. Yeah.
That Nobuo Uematsu loves to play at his concerts.
Have you been to one of his concerts?
I've heard him play Dancing Mad live. It's badass.
That is pretty badass.
I've been to the Distant World concert, actually 2 of them, and one of them he was there and he played on his keyboard the Dark World theme.
I will never forget when I saw him live. I'll never forget when I saw him live and he walked out on stage and it was with the St. Louis Symphony and like everyone was like cheering madly for him and the symphony. It was kind of like they had this confused look on their faces, like, what's going on here?
Exactly. I noticed that with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra when they were playing. They were just bewildered at the audience and our screaming.
Oh my god, we have like nothing.
Amazing. It was hilarious.
Dana, are you screwing this up?
Well, I thought we would have more potions. Remember, we're starting from Ryan's save state, so I was gonna grind and get a level.
Maximum efficiency.
You know what?
Traditionally, Dana, you know that it's statistically not good to gain levels until after the Magitek factory, so I'm used to not having any random fights until then. Sorry, you're really low level for where you...
I am really low
why
level.
is the reason?
I'm realizing that now.
The reason is that if you equip espers as you level, your stats will permanently increase, otherwise they will not.
All right.
So leveling before then is in theory bad if you want a perfect game.
Okay.
All right. Screw this noise. Thanks to Ryan's lack of forethought.
Oh my god.
Everyone's
just
dead.
Sounds right there.
Oh my god. Let me through.
I'm trying to remember the original translation of these items.
It's tonic and tincture for the ether.
Tonic and tincture.
And potion is the high potion.
Okay.
Oh.
And Phoenix down with an F, like one of our chat room members, which I always called Phoenix down because I just didn't get it as a kid, and then it took me like 10 years to be like, oh, that's.
Are we full up?
Phoenix.
Yeah, we are full up, so we can't get Shadow.
Yeah, don't get Shadow.
Leave me
don't
alone.
Get Shadow.
I can't get Shadow. There's no way. You have to have. You have to leave a spot.
Here anyway.
Are we gonna talk about Rachel in this town?
Yeah, I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Her theme is very familiar as well.
It's killer too.
All right, so we're seeing evidence of Terra.
Okay, I keep getting behind you guys on the stream.
They just went to bed,
okay.
According to where I am.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a little behind. I'm restarting it again.
Leave me alone.
Apologies. Please don't make me watch a Matt Damon trailer. Please don't make me watch a Matt Damon.
The problem with Shadow here is that he has a tendency to leave at a bad time in Zozo, and then you're really boned.
Yeah. If you over level like I do, then you aren't boned.
The Zozo fight requires precision. The Dodaluma fight at low level is one of the fights that you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, so I better figure that out real quick here.
I'll look up the strategy for you. Hold on.
Thank you. I remember vaguely.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, here we are.
I made my parents watch this because I thought it was so sad and I wanted them to experience it.
Aww. And how did they react?
They watched it and they were like, yes, Julianne, that's sad. Have we talked about how Rachel's theme is just a minor version of Locke's theme?
Yeah, we did. It's not exactly a modal transcription, but it is very close.
Yeah, and it's sort of like the A and B sections switch.
Yeah.
Yet another one of those pairings, character theme pairings.
This is the other thing about Final Fantasy VI compared to the earlier ones, is that we don't really delve into people's pasts a lot until this game. You get some idea, like Ferris, we find out she was the daughter eventually, and we find out that like Cecil has slowly been growing unaccustomed to doing these bad things. But like this is, years and years ago from childhood. This is pretty much a first.
And such a huge cast of characters too.
Yeah. Are we going to get the extra characters through this playthrough? Go and Yumaro?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it to talk about the music, especially Go-Go compared to the Moogle theme is interesting to me. But neither one is particularly useful for gameplay.
No, we won't use them. We'll just go get them.
At low levels, Go-Go can be useful.
So sad.
Okay, there's also a creepy element to it as well, which we haven't found in the stream yet, so I'll wait until we get there.
Okay.
But it's a thing.
Okay.
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Don't ruin this for me, Ryan.
I won't.
Okay.
Dana just has to go to the house on the right side of town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Here's one of my favorite themes in the whole game.
You're not gonna get the Shoryuken? Sorry, I just had to say that.
If I'm not getting Shadow.
Just silence.
Man, I make these references.
Random trivia. This town theme here is one of the songs I sing to Oliver when he goes to bed.
Really?
Oh, it is very lullaby-like.
In the vocal arrangements, there's actually this amazing either Spanish or Portuguese setting of the melody to text that I have no idea what it says, but holy smokes, that lady sounds amazing. All right, here we go. I finally see the thing I was talking about. Mm-hmm. He comes back only to discover that Rachel has been killed. Mm-hmm. So we don't know how long ago that was. It could have been, a full year. It could have been 6 months. Mm-hmm. A year max, though. And then we have put her to rest in this comatose state because he can't accept it.
Yeah, he has to learn to let go.
I think it's a little creepy.
He's preserved her body with herbs.
Yeah.
And
spices.
It's been hinted, of course, earlier in a conversation between Edgar and Locke, but now we know the whole story.
How interesting too. I don't know if you've caught up to it in the stream, that this is, we were asking if there were any moments of true silence, and here comes one here in the flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what's with the question mark music, for lack of a better track name?
Yeah, that's what I was
at
wondering.
The top of the.
It's like stairs. The old crazy man theme.
It is like the crazy old man theme.
Yeah.
Guess who writes about this in chapter 6 of her dissertation?
I really like the extra scene we get. This is why I choose this party for this entire sequence. When Celis goes back and realizes that's why she was saved.
Yeah.
You go around the back of the house, there's a green beret.
You already did that.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I just saw it. I'll reload.
I think like every town theme in Final Fantasy up to, I don't know, 8 or so, I'm not sure, has like this sort of sweet melody and an arpeggiated like bass line.
Yeah.
Major, like the kind of has this, and in a lot of Japanese RPGs, also other RPGs, kind of like town trope.
I definitely think you're right. It's definitely a thing, though I haven't played probably nearly as many RPGs as other people on this stream.
Well, it's safety, right? Towns are about
yeah, I mean, it's the sound of safety, really.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And isn't the name of this track "Kids Run Through the Town" or something?
Yeah. Yes, the kids run through the city corners. The translation I have.
adds that very sort of tranquil sound to it.
Yep.
I think it's awesome that you're selling stuff, because I forget that you can even do that.
Yeah. Well, I figured since it's lower level than I would normally be, I gotta make sure that I have everybody at least protected. One kill. No way. What will you give me money for?
Buy all the potions.
Buy all of them. All of the potions.
I always found it interesting how Final Fantasy...
Don't sell the Thunder Rod.
Damn it. This is the problem with being behind the screen.
Oh, man.
The Thunder Rod instantly kills... There's only one for the first half of the game. It instantly kills a boss later.
Oh.
That's why we saved it.
Oh.
Buy it back!
Can
He's
I?
allergic to the Thunder Rod.
I don't think the guy sells it.
The Thunder Rod kills one of the cranes.
Oh.
In what is otherwise a difficult fight, because you have to use Setzer with no equipment except default.
Yeah.
Mm.
One more of these.
I was about to say though, I find the economics of Final Fantasy interesting. How there's actual like inflation at times with certain items. Depending on
really, they're almost always the same price here. The only exception to that is Edgar buying stuff from his own people. Otherwise, every item has a fixed price.
Really? I thought could have swore like the price of like potions and stuff went up.
No, your gold income skyrockets, so they appear to become cheaper. Because you can just slam down and buy 99 of them by the time you hit World 2.
Alright, is there anything else I do here? No, right? Just keep going?
No, you're good to go.
Alright.
Yep.
I like how Final Fantasy 15 retained this sort of sprite display.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're buying things. And...
No lie, that was a big motivating factor in me buying it so early.
Well, if anyone wants to buy me a PS4 and Final Fantasy 15, I will not say no.
It's like those girls that do like the Amazon wish lists. And try to get people to buy them things randomly on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this.
Like Instagram people?
Yeah.
I know something about it. People buy me stuff on my Steam wish list every now and then. So I don't hold it against any of those people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to get on this.
You can just send it to me, care of the University of Colorado.
There you go. I'm trying to remember like any of the other Blitz commands. It's been a while.
Down, left is Arabolt. And you're gonna want it for Zozo.
Yeah.
It's also a magical attack, so if you have earrings, or you buy them at the relic shop in Jidor maybe, what you can do is equip them to Sabin, and his Arabolt will be even better. It counts as a level 2 spell, Holy Elemental.
Down, left.
Yeah, it's a reverse Street Fighter 2 Fireball, if that helps.
That doesn't help.
Roll
but thank
from
you.
down to left. Down, left.
Trying to figure out the logic behind the menu sound effects. Sort of almost bird-like sometimes, but not really.
It's consistent from Final Fantasy 4 through 9.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something there. My guess is it's a sound effect that's inoffensive, relatively speaking.
But yet
it
stands out
pops
enough.
Out above the... Right, yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, definitely timbrally it sticks out.
For sure.
And that's what sound effects are trying to do, signal you in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't really blend in with anything.
Hey, you got it. There you go. I just saw Arabolt. Good work. That's the only one you'll need.
Yeah.
There's actually a whole theory, this is something I learned in library school, behind, programming sounds and everything for computers, or interacting with machines and stuff. It's like a whole field of study, like what will get people's attention but not annoy them.
Mm-hmm.
And the study of how you interact with machines is like a whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talk about that in cognition courses as well. It actually sort of relates to music. That you wanna you wanna motivate people without attracting too much conscious awareness and attention. And there's a fine line there that you can't have too many sudden musical events. So in a way, it's sort of the inverse of coming up with sound effects that are meant to tell you something.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's like the criticism of music is that it's just like just background music for a lot of people that don't really play games or do and just substitute their own music. But the fact that it is a criticism is interesting. The idea that anything in the background is simple and you trite because it doesn't overly get your attention, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like the general thing with like what some people say about film music, in that if you notice it, they've messed up.
Right. Yeah. But yet people like love film music, people love video game music, and they cherish it, and it's not just weirdos. I mean, maybe.
I mean, there's us, right?
It's
They're
also...
weird. I mean, we're like
I'm pretty
really
weird.
It's also us.
But we're, a subset. But yeah, I mean, it's meaningful, and I think that is a distinction that needs to be made.
There's nothing to do in Jador but buy
Dana,
things, right?
You can buy a second earring. They stack.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think she has enough gold to do that, though.
Yeah, I can. He has one equipped already.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you need to just blow through towns, remember that you can hold down the run button, and you'll run
I'm
double
still getting
your
used to
current
that.
speed.
It's awesome.
It's outrageously convenient.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that you need to buy for what it's worth. All we have to do is limp along until the Magitek factory, and then we get elemental swords. And remember that in Zozo, Sabin is going to get his fire knuckle. All the good stuff is coming soon.
I cannot wait to get this Zozo. I freaking love the Slam Shuffle.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, that's a great track.
I couldn't remember where if it came up before or after the Opera House, because it's been so long since I played through this game.
Yeah.
By the way, when you get there, I'll explain it when we arrive in Zozo, but it's 6, 10, 50 to unlock the chainsaw.
Yep, thank you. I actually remembered that. How weird is... I don't know the last time I played this game.
Yeah, no, I did look it up. That's just a thing I know. It's up there.
It's like all the codes in Star Tropics. How they're all related to U.S. history. There's like 1776.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Thank God the one that is supposed to be the copyright protection is 747. Be screwed.
Just practicing my Blitz input here, so don't mind me doing the same one over and over.
I'd save before Zozo just in case.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a long period of samey music.
Yeah.
Until we get to Zozo, anyway.
Yeah.
Just walking across the field. In theory, you can rent a chocobo to get there instantly from Jitador, but I think the extra
needed
experience
the levels.
is probably good, right?
Have we exhausted what we say about the battle music?
I think so, sadly.
You know what we should have done and forgot to do, and it's too late now?
What?
Is there's a giant stash of treasure back in Narshe that we didn't get, including a wall ring.
Here we go. Stupid battles. Whenever you get through this battle, Dana, we should probably just let the...
I just died!
Oh, you gave away.
Don't worry.
I'm seeing you enter Zozo.
Hey, did you save before, like I asked?
Did.
I wasn't paying attention for a second.
I did. I saved.
Okay.
Oh, cool. But that's cool. We'll talk about the death theme when I get there.
Oh. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about the death theme for what it's worth. That bum 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 bum.
Oh, now I see you're dead. Okay.
Yeah.
I might refresh just to see if I can get closer to everyone else.
Yeah. Are we ever gonna cure Sabin's blindness?
Yeah, no.
Nope.
As long as he only blitzes, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
In the Super Nintendo version, it straight up doesn't matter. In the Super Nintendo version, evade actually isn't a stat, it's all the magic evade number. That's fixed in this version, which is why this is the superior version of the game. It means that Shadow, for instance, is really good. And, because, like, he had a naturally high evade, but a low magic evade. So he's good here now, but he was awful in the Super Nintendo game.
Interesting.
Yeah. I never really played with Shadow all that much. So what makes the Slam Shuffle so freaking good?
Oh. Well, it's unique, for one. You don't hear anything like this.
You don't have a lot of percussive drive going on in the rest of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's like our first sort of jazzy... I mean, there's quite a few jazz references in the soundtrack. I think it's sort of the first sort of cool... sense of cool track that we get.
Yeah, it has that that bass riff basically that just keeps going. And for some reason, when I was a kid, there was, gosh, now I'm trying to remember what it was. It just reminded me of some other song that I just connected with me as a kid for some reason.
This was always one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
And it's got that sharp 4, right?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Chainsaw time.
I think also juxtaposed with like the danger of the town and the fact that there's random encounters in the town, which is, very unusual. And it's raining. Like, it's very not safe. But it's got that sort of cool shuffle going on the whole time too. It's just like a mixture of neat stuff.
Yeah, chainsaw.
Woohoo! Here's Salome. Here's your musicological reference.
The Veil Dancer?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What was that original translation? Like sheet mover or something?
I'll check, hold on.
Leave it to Ryan, the knower of all things.
Ugh. I'm struggling with the low levels here.
Oh, you're almost dead.
Holy crap, Jax.
I survived, don't even worry. But that's all my Phoenix Downs! No! Ugh. I'm in pain.
Uh-oh.
Life is pain.
Yeah.
Everything hurts and nothing is good.
Everything hurts, nothing is good.
Yeah.
It's a veil dancer in both versions of the game.
There we go.
What else is there to do? Is there anything in the buildings up in the left? I don't really remember. There's the people that tell you the wrong times.
Okay, show me. You have to get out of the chainsaw building, first of all. And then I'll go one building left.
Well, because there's the stuff in the upper left of the town.
Yeah, everything is on the path.
Okay.
I remember that you jumped from the first building to the second view
Oh, yeah,
window.
but I know there's a building up there. I was just curious if anybody remembered any particular treasure that I needed to watch out for.
You want to make sure to get the fire knuckle. Just get all the treasures on your way. They're all linear.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah, eventually there's... I'm looking at it right now, weirdly. My stream is weird now. Yeah, there's an optional door. You're going to want to go in it for the fire knuckle.
Where is that?
Phoenix Down 83 says nothing important in the building in the upper left, just a tonic.
Great.
Or whatever it's called now.
I like my strategy against these hill Gyguses. Just confuse them so they don't magnitude 8 me.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah. I really don't like getting destroyed. There's something up here in the pub though, right?
Yeah, it's the continuation. It's all part of the linear path.
No, not the pub. The continuation is the one on the left.
Building. Oh, I don't think so. I think the pub is where you're going. Oh wait, no, sorry, my bad. I just saw it. The pub is the way to Mount Zozo in the World of Ruin. You don't visit it this time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. It didn't kill everybody.
I like hearing the reactions before I see what happens.
I know, right?
It's actually quite a new thing.
This is like when someone's watching live TV and you have like the slight delay broadcast.
I'm just gonna take a little detour to go buy some things so that when I keep sucking it up, I can have a Phoenix Down on hand. That'd be great.
You can heal with magic for now to get out.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that went fast.
Oops. Messed up a blitz.
Oh. I meant heal with magic outside of combat.
Well, I don't really have that option right now.
Just love these groovy, like, electric guitar things I don't understand because I don't know anything about rock or metal, but...
I just don't feel up to dealing with this right now. Come on, man.
Did you save yet, Dana?
I saved right outside Zozo.
Okay. My stream is kind of jumpy, so I don't really see those things. Poor Locke. It's like they're just like dragging his body behind them.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. It must be a real drag.
I will say the magnitude 8 thing does suck.
Yeah. Other than noise blastering him, I can't think of... because it's too early for float.
Make sure Sabin has a green beret, and you'll do fine.
He does. But...
You can also run away from that particular fight, which is what I usually do there.
By all the Phoenix Downs.
Or at least some.
Oh man, I'm really behind.
We're back in Girardina's buying stuff.
I'm buying things. Doing nothing of importance. Alright, that's better. I will write a Chocobo back so that we can talk about the Chocobo theme.
Yay, Chocobo!
Excellent.
Okay.
Assuming I have the money.
I don't think you do anymore. Oh, 800? Yeah.
Oh, now you're selling. Okay. Yeah, I'm behind.
I'm gonna take my time so we hear it.
It's weird, actually, in this game.
It's a super weird, super unique Chocobo theme compared to the other games.
I love how it starts
weirdly super unique.
It starts with that like a weird alarm sound.
Yeah, it's weirdly dance clubby.
I mean, it is called Techno de Chocobo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it totally has.
And the other thing it's got is it kind of calls forward to the Final Fantasy VII Gold Saucer Chocobo Racing Chocobo theme.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Hoedown one?
I don't think so, but maybe?
There is a Hoedown one. I can't remember where it is.
Yeah, that's definitely 7.
Oh, during the race proper, the Hoedown happens.
Is it just me, or is it taking a while for the Zozo theme to start when we get there?
There's a slight pause before it starts for the first time.
And can I also apologize for me? I keep wanting to call it Zoso because of Led Zeppelin. Still, to this day, I was always getting, is it Zozo or Zo-So? Like Led Zeppelin 4.
Or So-So from Orange is the New Black.
Nice.
Never watched it.
It's I've never seen Led Zeppelin.
Well, there you go. I've never seen Orange is the New Black.
Is it on Netflix?
Perfect.
I love how everyone lies to you.
I love how this monster is called Gobbledygook.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, by the way, for viewers who don't know anything about like the context of Zozo, everybody lies, yeah. So like there is in fact a girl, it's Terra.
I forgot about that.
Oh, so it's like House.
Everybody lies to you, Which is how Dana should have been able to get the chainsaw, except both of us just have the code memorized, but there's 8 people in town who will tell you what time it is, and they're all lying. The remaining time is the correct combination to that lock.
Oh. I just used the Nintendo Power Guide.
Yeah! Yeah, it's kind of an obnoxious puzzle because you're fighting people the whole time.
Ooh, Vanish. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Flash hits, though, right? Yeah.
I feel like I should go grab my Final Fantasy 3 guide.
You should!
just in case.
You really should.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Did anyone have the one where they had everyone's like ages and like birth dates and stuff of all the characters?
Yes.
It was always super interesting to me, who was obsessed with the characters as a kid and wrote fanfiction.
Well, actually, that's something I was going to get into much later, but I can do it now. And that's that this is the first Final Fantasy game to reveal the last names of all the characters in the game.
Yeah.
They exist as far back as Final Fantasy IV, but we only get told what they are in-game here forward.
Is it before the ending curtain call?
No. It's the curtain call here where they're told you.
Yeah.
In 7, it's before the curtain call.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some of the characters. You never get told that it's Barrett Wallace, for instance. But you are made aware that it's Cloud Strife.
Yeah.
The marketing materials also, it was Cloud Strife for 7. It wasn't just Cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who cannot see our Skype, I just returned with my OG. So OG, it's called Final Fantasy 3 guide, originally released by Nintendo Power in 1994.
Very nice.
I don't think I had that one. I had 2 different ones, but I don't think...
Sadly, this is not the original one that I bought when I bought the game back in 1994. I lost that somewhere, but I picked this up last year, I think off of eBay.
Alright, been trying to refresh, and I'm not loading Twitch.
Okay, so I just got the Brigand's Glove, which changes steel to mug.
Oh.
And I'm trying to decide whether that's better than Genji Glove Black Belt on lock.
It's not right now unless you need extra potions.
Yeah.
And you lose the black belt for it,
exactly.
not the Genji Glove.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Twitch. Here we go. Come back.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. I think I actually used, when I was playing this game, I used to just like, I would just sit in Zozo and just listen to that theme over and over and over.
Nice.
For location themes, it's right there with the Magitek Research Factory, which for some reason...
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
It just reminded me of the Beatles for some reason. I don't know why.
The Beatles?
It's got that Maxwell Silver hammer in it.
Maybe that.
Is that it?
Maybe. When we get there, which we might, we do have the Opera House coming up next. Yay!
Woo. If my Twitch will ever load, I'm just gonna imagine the music that's happening. It's been like a minute. Come on.
Oh no.
I tried to.
You don't have every note of the opera memorized?
We can sing it.
I could
sound
sing
about
it.
as good as the MIDI, right?
I think I do have it memorized. Something like that. I don't know. Come on.
And since I'm playing, I can't upload my transcriptions of all that. Maybe I'll make them available in other ways.
Your transcription.
I think it's
I saved the ones from last time on my computer as Dana's transcriptions.
Oh, good. Yeah, they were a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
That was actually, I gave a lecture at OSU expanding the talk that I had given at the North American Conference on Video Game Music, and one of the questions that I got from one of the professors was my process for transcribing, and so I got to show them SBC files and how I separate the sound channels in audio overload, and how if I need to slow something down I can save it as a wave and open it in Audacity, and but I had to walk them through it.
How do you get the SBC files?
Zofar.net has them all.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's
also Overclock Remix
wonderful.
has them all too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we need to give shout outs to OC Remix. They do great work.
Important work.
Yeah.
I have to thank Ryan for actually turning me on to them. I'd heard of them before, but I never really dived into the community before.
Yeah, I've always done a lot more listening to the actual tracks.
Mm-hmm. Right. Me too. I still can't load Twitch. This is funny. Hilarious. I'm gonna restart my browser.
Alright. My frame rate on Twitch is lower this time than it was when I was playing, of course. I'm wondering if us on Skype should kill video and see if we can improve Dana's signal a little bit.
Do that. Is it this button? Bye.
Yeah, it's that button.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually going to help or not, but we'll see.
Quit this.
The audio hasn't been skipping for me, only the visual, so it doesn't matter as far as commentary is concerned.
Yeah.
Because I know things.
Do you also drink?
I am drinking right now. I have 2 different beverages.
Oh yeah, everybody should say what they're drinking.
I don't want to say what I'm drinking.
Decaf coffee. I still have to watch the kids alone for a week, so it's one beer a night.
No. I am once again drinking the Ginsky by Boulder Vapor Distillery, which is gin aged in whiskey barrels, and it is very nice.
That's excellent.
I have hot apple cider made with a Keurig machine mixed with cinnamon wispy.
Cinnamon wispy.
Oh, so it's Fireball? Yeah!
Yeah, that's just Fireball. But it actually tastes really good together. These two.
Yeah, I put it in hard cider too if I want to get an extra kick.
Yeah.
They do a drink at the side quest, which is the Nerd Bar in my hometown of Lakewood, Ohio.
We need a nerd bar in Boulder.
It's pretty
nice.
Great.
There's the, I still call it the Fire Knuckle, but I suppose it's the Burning Fist now.
Yeah. I have to look up what all these are, because I know the original game with the Woolsey translation, so a lot of the names of things are not ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just know that Sabin's weapon is in that chest, right? So you just, who cares what they call it? It's still going to be the weapon.
Yeah, but then I'm like, which one is it? Okay, remind me of the strategy here for this dude.
Use the drill every time.
Okay.
And use Aura Bolt every time.
Okay.
Have Locke primarily be the healer via potions.
Okay.
Ignore the little soldiers, except you can, because if you kill the main guy, they all die. So just focus the main guy. Don't even bother to use the flash. Just drill him down with Edgar.
Okay.
Why does that sound vaguely dirty?
Little soldiers?
Drill him down? Maybe both, Julianne.
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking of cinnamon-tinged beverages, I recently discovered, was it Urur, which is like cinnamon and peppermint schnapps.
Also, when you get there, Dana, sorry, use the noise master once. When he summons the soldiers, you'll confuse them permanently because you won't be hitting them.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, I was interrupting an awesome conversation about cinnamon schnapps.
Yeah, well, cinnamon peppermint schnapps. It's like ULR, and basically I was mixing with hot chocolate over Christmas, and it basically tastes like Christmas.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Is there a rare steal from him? I mean, it's probably not worth it, but...
It's not one that I've ever had to reload a save state to worry about, so I wouldn't bother.
Yes, I'm back on Twitch.
And the
Magitek factory, on the other hand, coming up, has 2 very rare steals that are both amazing. But I don't think we're going to bother reloading 60 times to get them.
Yeah.
I just had to reload my Twitch.
I had to switch my browser to Safari. I was on Chrome. Don't know why.
Well, Chrome eats up a lot of resources, I understand.
Daraluma.
Whew. Oh my! He's throwing things at me! No.
Yeah, he does that. Those things will pierce defense.
Yeah. So I found out.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother to buy armor, because, like, it doesn't work against this guy anyway.
Ouch. Ouch. He just chills for a minute and lets me heal.
The Thief's Bracer you stole, by the way, is the sneak ring from original translation. And since we didn't get it at Narshe, we still have here.
Oh yeah, so just for the benefit of anyone listening, I am drinking the crafted artisan meadery. It's called Baklava to the Future. So it's honey wine with spices, and it's delightful.
He's got 3,270 hit points, if you've been keeping count, Dana. Oh yeah, there you go, win.
He's dead. Ooh, I'm
Yay.
caught up. It took me forever to beat this guy when I was first playing through it as a kid, and then as soon as I did, my sister ripped the cartridge out of the
That's so mean.
Because we had to go shopping or something, and I was taking forever, and I cried so bad. Urgh.
You probably want to give Locke the Thief's Knife, by the way. It's good.
Okay.
Older sisters are the worst.
I am also an older sister, as well as a younger sister, and I can confirm that older sisters are the worst.
I only have an older brother, so...
Older brothers are the best.
When they're enough older that they aren't tormenting you, because mine was 5 years older, so like he wasn't really like beating up on me. He would just let me watch him play video games, which was very useful.
Have we heard this variant of Terra's theme before?
Yes, it's Awakening. We heard it every time she wakes up in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. From the da-na-na-na-na-na.
We also hear it when the returners are trying to recruit her, right?
Correct.
She needs to be awakened to the cause.
So she's not yet woke?
Oh. Brutal.
Oh, God.
I have to say I hate that word. Like I was getting so
Considering she's as close as we have to a mixed race person in this game,
Yeah. Right.
I always thought it was so funny the sound she makes when she flies around the room. It's very flatulent.
Oh yeah, that's like so indigestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be an example of bad sound design.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever actually really use Terra's Esper ability when they were playing this game?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It quadruples her magic power and makes everything do max damage instantaneously. Why wouldn't you use it?
I guess I just
Laziness?
never learned how to use it right. I never used
Yeah.
it when I was playing through it.
I used it a little bit, but I didn't realize anything.
Yeah, I mean, not that it matters because every character can get really good in this game, but Terra is unquestionably the best character.
Well, I agree with that.
Number 2 is also pretty much unquestionably Celis, because of all the gear she can equip. Basically, both of them can equip the Minerva dress, so they're the best. And the Illumina sword.
Wait, this track, the music, is...
This is the Esper's theme.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've heard it outside of seeing Tritalk at the top of the mountain. But we're hearing the background of the Espers right now, which has this tragic Empire thing that just came in there. Dun, da, 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 da. Because we connect the Esper's history with the Empire's rise to power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a descent in the Esper theme, and it's usually rising in the Empire themes. The rising da 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 da, or any variation thereof. That was Kafka just now.
But this has that mystical
mystery quality.
It's the harp timbre as the
yeah. What are those notes it's hitting? I lost my piano when I quit my.
I don't know. I'm not within arm's reach of one.
Neither am I.
And I'm not where you are in the music, so.
Whole tone-ish. Yeah, it's got that sort of whole tone kind of.
Could it also be pentatonic, maybe?
I'm loading the virtual piano. Hold on.
Yeah, it's taking forever because all my resources are on Twitch.
I would actually have to pull out an electric keyboard and set it up and plug it in, and yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, this would be a great. Well, it's definitely built off like an augmented triad. Which is always magic, right?
I've never thought of it, but
it's in E flat, guys.
It's in E flat.
Okay.
Dun 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 da is E flat.
What's that opening interval? Ba da da. That adds a lot of interest right out at the outset. Is that a tritone? I'm in a different place in the music and playing.
No, it's just a fourth.
It's just a fourth.
That's just a fourth, but.
I'm slightly disappointed you don't have the transcription of this, Dana.
Well, I have transcriptions of pretty much everything that I'm playing. But yeah, this one didn't come up specifically because I mostly look at Empire themes, battle themes, and themes that represent crazy, like the question mark one that we heard.
Yeah, it's an E flat minor plus a major seventh. A minor major seventh. Okay, now that we're done.
Me and Julian together make one Doug Perry. That's what we've learned now.
I can't help that my online piano is slow, and so are my ears.
So you'll notice, depending on where you are in the stream, that we get another moment of total silence.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then when the sound comes back in, we get the rain.
And Dana did a paper on silence, right?
I did. Once upon a time. And then Karen Cook did a brilliant paper at the conference this year on silence in the Whispered World. It was a fascinating paper.
What's the Whispered World?
A super cool game.
It's an awesome game that is now on top of my list to check out.
Mm. And I don't want to say too much because it gives away the whole game to really talk about the conceit. But basically, silence is a big clue to what is really happening in the world that you are playing in.
Interesting. Because that's one of the oral cues in Kurosawa's Rashomon, that of sort of telling, the flashbacks, or at least it's supposedly one that will key you in on what's the actual truth, but it could just be another fake out in the whole, depending on how you read the end of the film. But it's interesting you said the silence crashes in the rain, because that is exactly what Kurosawa would do a lot of in Rashomon. But it's sort of inverse, where the rain, you have like all the sound and music, and it crashes in the rain with no music.
Mm-hmm.
I did a whole paper on that. I think it was the first paper I did at Music in the Moving Image.
Mm.
Cool.
Before I met all you cool people.
Well, in terms of plot structure, which is of course my research on this game, this is the end of the first big scene of Act 2 of today's playthrough. And I don't account for the overworld music once we've heard it a single time. So the next scene starts when we get back to Jidor.
Mm-hmm.
And we will go to the impresario's, or to Owser's house at the top of town, and that's where the next scene begins.
Mm-hmm.
I was just noticing something on as Dana was equipping the Espers. There's one called Kate Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a character in Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
Yeah, so they changed the name of the Esper, because originally it's called Stray.
Oh, that's what that was.
But then Kate Sith...
That's right.
Other than in 7, is Kate Sith one of those kind of recurring archetypes, like chocobos and Mughals and...
First in this game, actually.
But it pops up again.
Yes, it does.
In other games after 7, right?
Just the cat does. The cat Moogle combo is 7 exclusive.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, I don't think you got one yet, but the magic power Esper should go to either Celis or Sabin.
Oh, I was looking at spells. I'll take a look again. Oh, now I get to decide my party. Ryan, you had thoughts on this regarding the opera?
Yes, take the two brothers, please.
Take the two brothers. Okay. Yeah.
They're the best.
They are the best, unless you did a lot of Gao stuff, which we did not last week.
Yeah.
Cyan, though I love the idea of him, he is unquestionably the game's worst character.
Yeah, I agree. I usually just teach him a lot of magic when I have to use him. Then again, I teach everybody every spell.
Ultima!
I'm that jerk that when you get the Esper and then you change it over with the tiers, I teach every single character the one spell before I change the Esper over to the other Esper. Odin and Raiden, I think it is.
Wait, why? Because you can teach Fear via a different Esper at 10 times the rate.
Nope.
Yeah, Crusader teaches it at 10.
He does? Are you sure about that?
Absolutely, but you don't get it till the end of Kefka's Tower.
Oh, see that? No, that's why.
Where there's a Jill, there's a way.
I want it.
Or
I want it before that.
Jill?
See, one of the first things we will do in our playthrough maybe I'll do it off stream actually. Once we get the Falcon in World of Ruin, I will get the Moogle Charm, and then I will raid Kefka's Tower for all the best gear before doing any of the other side stuff.
Oh yeah, even I used to do that as a kid.
That's pretty great.
I don't think I ever did that. If it wasn't spelled out in my Hot Nintendo Power Guide, I didn't do it.
That ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, the ghost will teach you how to use Magicite. But for non-gamer people who are eventually going to watch this stream, it teaches you how to learn magic spells and improve your stats by leveling with the new Espers equipped.
Who had Kate? Okay. Feels weird to not teach her the thunder spells first, but whatevs. Different play styles.
I'm going to refill my fireball mixture cider thing.
That's awesome.
BRB.
The opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because plus stamina is essentially a dead stat. It's useless. Whereas Magitek just makes her better.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna get enough fights in to learn Thundara before Magitek Factory anyway.
Yeah.
Getting the Moogle Charm in the World of Ruin is the reason why I had to work so hard to level up, because I ran through Fanatic's Tower with that on. And so by the time I got to the final tower, I was like, I don't have the levels to beat this.
Oh, now you don't need any levels to win in any fight in this game.
Well, 18-year-old Michael didn't know that.
All you need is the right gear eventually. Like, if you have the Illumina Sword, there's not a fight in this whole game you can't just steamroll through.
I don't remember when the Illumina Sword at all.
We actually won't get it this playthrough until after Kefka. But you're given the option to get the Esper that teaches Ultima or to forge the sword.
And that's why I didn't get it.
The sword has mathematically the highest possible attack power, and it casts Holy after it strikes.
Yeah, I wanted Ultima.
You can still learn Ultima, you just get the Paladin Shield instead. Here, though, because you can save your file after you finish the game, it's better to get the stone.
I like the text about
because
wandering what's his face.
I really like You Born on a Farm, Son, which should be coming up on stream momentarily.
Did someone's Amazon Echo just talk?
Yeah. She'll do that.
Hi, Alexa.
You're lucky I have headphones in.
You haven't changed your wake word to computer so you can feel like you're on the Enterprise?
Well, that's...
I'm really happy
the problem with that is you end up saying it too often.
Hey, we have a new piece of music to talk about now. And it's awesome.
Here, I'll let it sit for a sec.
Yeah, please do. Setzer's theme is epic.
Mm-hmm. It always kind of reminded me of some things in F-Zero.
I can see it. The rhythms kind of make it feel like the tempo is going to get faster, even though that's not actually the case.
Mm-hmm. This is where I'm really missing Doug and is like, okay, let me figure this out.
What's his girlfriend's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Daryl?
Sorry,
Daryl.
Doug. Yes, Daryl.
I'm sorry. Daryl, who's close to the sun.
That's right. I love how sweeping this theme is. The only one that even comes close is Edgar's theme, but here we have like unabashedly major theme for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
And you get a nice little ostinato on the string part. Bada 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 bada, and it carries out.
It does.
In the bass after it's in the violins.
After Zozo and Awakening from Terra's theme atop there and the Esper theme, suddenly the major theme sounds like, oh, the game has changed at this point. He is different.
But
yeah, it's like all of a sudden crashing in, this like swashbuckling hero crashing into the game, like Captain Jack.
That's right.
And have we mentioned how that sort of sort of imitates like a slot machine in a way, but like kind of slow maybe. Like,
ooh, I have not thought about that, but I really like it. That's good.
Yeah, so do I.
I just thought of it as kind of it's a perpetual motion because it picks up in the bass after it appears in the violins, and I sort of related that to the motion of the airship, but I like the gambling.
Right, he's always in the sky.
Yeah. And I think he sees himself as always in motion, as a person.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. He's not one to reflect on the past, usually, which is very interesting, because of course that's what he does later on in the game. For reference, by the way, though of course we will not see it tonight, I think that Daryl's theme is the best track in the entire soundtrack.
Really? Okay. I mean, it is nicely paired with Setzer's theme, but I haven't thought about it much more than that.
I'm pretty partial to the question marks theme myself. All that auxiliary percussion.
I'm not sure if I have a favorite theme.
I like the continent and floating continent. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's really good.
One of my favorite. It's so good. Especially where it comes, like, in terms of the music surrounding it in the gameplay, too.
I think we'll probably do Floating Continent the next time we do this.
So we're not going to get all the way through Act 2?
No, we will not.
Okay, so Dana, my guide says make sure you save your game before you go into the Opera House.
I did. Good.
You know what's funny is I think it's one of the easiest sequences in the game, and so does Will Cheng's book. He mentions that it's near impossible to lose this fight.
What? Didn't this give everyone hell when they were, like, kids?
Not for me, because I had the guide.
Oh, this piece of music, before we get into the opera proper, I love this ragtime piano stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This is fantastic.
Is that spinach rag?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And then it's, you know, it's not a straight up piano sound. It has that kind of old-timey, Nickelodeon.
Like the equivalent of like a honky-tonk.
It sounds more like a Nickelodeon, is a good word, a calliope, than a piano.
Yeah. Which I never thought was strange until now. I'm thinking, why, you know, an opera house and rag? I guess it's not
because
totally
I feel
strange,
like
but
if you want to mark something as a commercial establishment, ragtime is a good way to go. Most people won't associate opera music with commercialism, whereas ragtime feels like you're in like a bar, like Casablanca, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Well, and we gotta save the operatic stuff for the opera, too.
I guess that's true.
So what else are we gonna play in here?
That's right.
So how are we gonna play this opera? I don't mean literally play, but how are we gonna... I feel like we need a plan to talk about this.
I know, I'm like, I didn't know we'd get this far.
Well, I think the opera is notable less because the music is amazing, though it is, like all the music in this game. But I feel like this is the only game within 5 years, either direction of its release, where it would make you pause and take the time to do something like watch a 15-minute opera sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot more to do with the notion of including opera than it does with the music itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It is... I don't want to say it was like a bold or risky choice, but it was definitely something that I think that marks this game as unique or special or different. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
How about the implication, too, that Celis has no training and yet can step in and sing for an opera singer? You know, she runs it back there and she's clearly, like, can't even get a note out because she's coughing.
Yeah, I mean, the suspension of realism.
Like, she just so happens to also be a really talented opera singer.
Right, and I missed the dialogue, but in the original Woolsey, she says, "I'm a general, not some opera floozy."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Floozy.
Yeah, this is one of the scenes that the musician is like, there's no way she could learn an entire opera, memorize her lines in like 5 minutes.
If I had to save my immortal soul, I could learn a piece the length of time that this piece is in 15 minutes and make it happen.
I don't know if I could do that.
It's not a long piece. Remember that my instrument is voice.
I love this whole like opera within an opera within an opera that's going on with Ultros sort of coming on the scene.
I love how
it's very opera buffa, isn't it?
That Ultros is like totally worthless. It's my opinion, by the way, though I don't get into this in my own presentation. The opera has already started as of the moment Ultros shows up. Like, it's not really about the overture at that point. There's an opera larger than that is happening at this comedic level that you just mentioned with the buffa comment, where as soon as Ultros shows up, it's game on.
I love the conductor waving his arms, very similar to the victory animation when you win a battle.
I love how he's out of tempo. They just don't give a crap about it.
No. Although the whole game is sort of operatic in a way. You have tracks that are named like overture, prelude, curtain call. You have a lot of Italian character names, at least the last names.
That's right. This is overture number 1, by the way, and now overture number 2. As of the moment the impresario appears. By the way, I've argued to many of you previously that he's not actually on the stage right now. He is in his seat where he sat, and what you're doing is reading his program notes that he authored.
Interesting.
So he's not teleporting to the front of the stage and from the back. People are glancing through their programs as the overture plays.
Even as he walks off stage.
I know, but I still argue that.
That's really interesting. I like it.
And now we're gonna have the wonderful Super Nintendo singing.
No, it's the Game Boy Advance samples.
I was gonna say,
these
samples are so...
Are they? Oh,
they're terrible. It sounds like a fan singing along. I thought it was one of you guys for a second.
Oh god, this is so much worse.
Yeah, the vocal samples are worse than the Game Boy Advance. No way around it.
Not even in tune. Oh my god.
So this just popped in my head when we're reading the impresario's notes per Ryan's suggestion. How it's in the opera, it's between the east and the west. But on the game map, the battles ruled between the free towns of the north and the empire in the south.
Oh,
I hadn't thought about that.
Which is exactly... The empire is in the south of the continent here.
Yeah.
But it's a means to avoid political commentary in the opera, then?
Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, talk to everybody before you go down. Oh, good.
I mean, like, when you think of, like, the game as opera, the whole storyline of the opera in the game is this great epic battle between the two warring parties, and then you have the game story of the battle between freedom and whatever you want to call it, oppression, north, south, east, west. Yeah.
Also, I love when he's standing with her. In the original translation, he says, "Is that you? Izzat."
Right, yeah.
Goes, ay.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like this is Italian. More... This is better than the original translation. It feels more in character.
Have you always been that pretty? Just what every girl wants to hear, right?
I never noticed. You're actually kind of hot now that I look at you.
You took your glasses off.
Did she take off her glasses and shake out her hair?
Suddenly, it's a 90s teen flick.
I know, right?
It basically is.
Though he recalls Rachel directly here, you'll realize he does not do that in the Super Nintendo version of the game.
No, and she says, "Am I a replacement for her?" Yeah.
Right. This is a more complex conversation now. And he doesn't answer the question, you'll notice.
Avoid. Typical male.
I'll check the score. Why not? Oh, and actually...
Because all the lyrics have changed, you probably should.
Yes, I should.
Oh, that's right. So my OG guide will not help us here.
Ugh.
Because I still have Oh My Hero So Far Away now, which is what I always sing when
exactly.
I will have the lyrics here if you need
okay.
advice. You can ask over Skype, which has no lag, and I will. I mean, it's the same themes, so you should be fine.
Huh.
The new opera lyrics here are the English opera lyrics as it's performed at concerts around the world. That's why it's been changed.
Does it
here.
fit the rhythms better? Is that the...
It does a little bit.
Okay.
But I feel like this change isn't specifically slattery. We're actually matching existent concert work at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting choice. That they were so cognizant of, by the time they did Game Boy Advance, translation and update, that of the popularity of the opera in terms of the consumer market, in terms of the concerts, that they would fit the translation.
Ooh. Box just fell off my table.
I feel like this is something Porkle needs to talk about.
I feel like if you were going to change this at all, that's the way to do it.
Why am I watching a Matt Damon advertisement?
Sorry.
Wow.
I think unless you fork over money to Twitch, you have to watch ads every once in a while when you start watching a stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I do not monetize my stream, so you can't pay me for no ads.
I once did a
I'm going to link a YouTube version of the original opera. This is one of the few sequences I feel like listening to it in both versions is useful.
I once did an arrangement of this aria for bassoon trio.
Nice.
That sounds great.
I've never actually performed it, sadly.
Something, is it just a fading dream?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the darkness. You're the stars. Our love shines brighter than the sun. Something like that. There we go.
Yes, that's right. I like I'm the darkness right here, by the way. She steps behind the column.
Mm-hmm.
There's actual choreography to the opera, which is like far better than it needs to be, and pretty awesome.
I never noticed that.
I love these horn counter melodies.
I'm absolutely sure that that type of choreography there is intentional to make it as good as it can be.
My solemn promise.
Yeah, I keep hearing the original.
Autumn fade away to spring.
Yeah. Who's guilty of trying to sing along to that as a kid and try to make it fit?
As a kid.
Also, how am I supposed to dance with him? Like, this is just awkward.
Yeah, the horn melody underneath the soloist is really good.
The horn, oh my god. The horn counter melodies. It's just so good. It doesn't need to be that good. It has no right being that good, but damn, Yumatsu made it that good. Sorry.
Oh, I just arrived to where I'm supposed to be in advance, so I'm not late. If you go up and get behind him early, you're guaranteed to not be late.
I try to make it look like I'm dancing.
Risky.
Also, I love how the score part that you read doesn't have all of this. This goes beyond. So she just memorized the rest of this when we weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
That's right.
I will say that this sample sounds how I would expect somebody with no opera training to sound, so that's...
Yeah.
That is the one win for this one over the SNES sample.
The Super Nintendo sample is a worse quality sample, but it's perfectly in tune and it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
In the context of what's going on. I feel like if you grabbed somebody off the street though and said, "Hey, learn opera," they would not sound like this in 15 minutes. This is still like, the notes are there still.
True, and the rhythms. Don't forget.
I will say that I've never heard any live performance, any live recording of the aria that I feel like lives up to what I heard in my head as a kid. I don't know what it is.
There's one performance I really like a lot, but I'm biased because I know Jill Aversa very well. So I love her video, which I can link for people.
That'd be great.
Will Gibbons does not like it, though.
Does not like what? Sorry,
Jillian Aversa's recording of this.
Oh. Let's just throw Will under the bus.
And it's not about her recording specifically, it's that he doesn't like the notion of performing it necessarily.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of with him on that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of, people get really into it, it's during the concerts, but I'm like, no. Because this is so well embedded in the game, between the actual opera, Ultros, the game itself having so many operatic features, that sort of pulling it out and setting it as its opera and filling it out in weird ways always feels cheap to me.
That's true.
Right.
I was there's the one recording that I do enjoy listening to, but it's still not the same. Which, shout out to Ryan for helping me figure out what recording it was that I had stumbled upon back in the early 2000s on Napster.
Is it the Italian one?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I think I have that.
It's not the one that's on the grand finale CD. I forget.
Oh.
No, wait, no. It was a Tokyo. It's a Tokyo Symphony recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, rats. I linked Jill singing it in Italian. There's one of her singing in English as well, but it's on a Video Games Live collector's thing that I probably shouldn't link in public space.
I love this grand finale theme.
Oh, let's talk about the cinematography of not the opera sequence here, which is kind of bland, but the timing of that musical entrance relative to our actions as the player and Locke. It's so sick. At this point, I feel like it's made clear to you that the opera is actually about your actions through the opera house, not about this sequence we're watching.
Oh, right, yeah.
Maria.
Yeah, the big one is da-da-da. Right. Amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh God. I'm sorry, the sample.
Someone, yeah, this is like me singing in the shower.
I think
I like Rawls's words better here, though.
That it's a duel.
I wonder how weird it sounds with people following the stream because we're behind those actual things or whatever, or ahead.
Mm.
Oh well.
What?
Go to the right first, Dana.
Yeah.
Ultros.
I'm not supposed to touch the switches, any of the other ones, but I always want to.
I really like the use of timpani. Very classical,
But
symphonic orchestration here.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a killer transcription of this one. Sorry, everybody.
This is a very like operatic battle theme where like they would be dancing around on stage fake sword fighting. This is pretty legit here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan's done some work on this opera.
I have.
Just a little.
Actually, I haven't looked at the music of the opera as much as I did essentially saying the whole game is effectively an opera, and they use this to make the point.
Yes.
Depending on when it comes up, the reason that I did this transcription is that the da 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 the violin melody pops up in Dancing Mad.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Oh, nice.
Actually.
Oh, you looked at with the aura bolt on the main rat. You have to kill the gold one first, by the way, or it'll summon more black rats.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of time, though.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I don't think I've ever run out of time in this part.
This track formally reminds me of the one that plays whenever you're fighting a bunch of people through an area, and you might have a time limit. I think it's called Save Them.
Save Them.
Yep. Just because it has these sort of individual modules that are very hurried and
For a minute, I was. Oh, go ahead.
As we conclude the opera scene, I've got a musical thing to point out. There's absolutely an incredible, probably without question, the best arrangement of this whole opera scene, and not just the aria, but the entire 15 minutes has been arranged into a Queen-style Bohemian Rhapsody piece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I need to see that for my chapter 5.
The singer that Jake Kaufman, who did the arrangement, he's also the composer for things like Shantae, Shovel Knight, and Contra 4. In addition to being a prominent fan arranger in multiple communities around the internet, all around awesome guy. The singer he found is out of this world good.
Yeah.
And I say that as a tenor who can hit the notes in Bohemian Rhapsody. This guy is the shit.
That's one of the ones you pointed me to on the OCR remix disc, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And oh yeah, because that's the one I said. This is what the Black Mages should have done with this.
Yes, correct.
I was so disappointed when the Black Mages got a hold of this. No.
I don't think I've heard that one.
I mean, outside, the Black Mages, their Dancing Mad is fabulous. I mean, that's probably the high point. And
right.
The other stuff they did was pretty good, but yeah, when they did the opera on their third album, just was.
Generally speaking, the battle themes are pretty good, and all the other stuff they do it's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, the battle themes are in that,
Whereas, the battle themes that they do are transcendentally good.
Yes. I will still pull up Dancing Mad when I'm walking home from a bad day at work.
So it's so funny. I have a story to tell as we transition to the last half of the opera here. When I was hearing that play live, I had earplugs in because it was a big concert, right? And one of my friends, hi to Jennifer Gonzalez if she ever sees this, tried to say something to me, and I took out my earplug to say, "What'd you say?" And at that moment, they started the music, and I think I died. It just hurt so bad. Oh, okay, so larger plot stuff as we wait for Ultros here, and it's mostly silent. I've argued that the plot of Final Fantasy VI sets us up to assume that the game will end in the same fashion as Final Fantasies 4 and 5 on the floating continent. And then, of course, everything goes nuts, and we have a whole nother sequence to do.
Yeah.
The opera is the exact same thing. They set up the ending, and then everything has gone nuts, and we have a whole nother thing to do after Setzer swipes in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the entire reason the sequence happens.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And then the entrance.
Dana's comment from last week, now that we've just arrived here, that Ultros gets no real music to himself. This is as good as it gets.
Which for some reason this theme, I always thought sounded like something Setzer would have.
Huh.
Hey, if you use Kirin and summon it next round, you'll cast regen on everybody.
Another emphasis on that sharp 4.
Mm-hmm.
I am over here.
Was that like a Strong Sad reference?
Yes, it was. Now I am over here.
Now I am back over here.
I guess that's one way to...
Oops. Oh my god, an Octopus's Garden reference. I can't believe I just got that.
Oh, yeah.
Garden variety octopus. Holy crap.
That's from the original, too, the original translation.
I would love to know what the original Japanese was.
That's a smart line from Woolsey. I'm not sure that the original Japanese has the Beatles reference.
This low level's really killing me. I've never had this much trouble in this battle. I feel like I'm
Just
feeling...
Are you used to having fire dance for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't think I usually hit fire dance until, like, World 2.
Ugh, really? Heathen, how do you live? What's really prominent to me in this theme is just how active the timpani is instead of being a, little ornament to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's constant.
Oh yeah, it's very that oscillation between 1 and 5, and very opera buffa.
Mm-hmm. Which, as we pointed out, he's sort of supposed to be that.
Yeah. He is the buffa character for sure.
Buffa villain.
Oh, you got it, Dana. Well done.
Thank you.
Those procs from the Fire Knuckle make it super easy.
Yeah.
Stop right there. Gotta know right now. And now we actually get Setzer's theme.
That's right.
I love how the impresario suggests that he's just gonna, make a new opera based on this new twist. Come back and see it later. Part 2.
Yeah. I'm a little sad that, quote, I'm a man of my word, Music Man.
Yeah.
Is gone now.
Well, the man is a little repetitive. Ew.
Did we mention how the aria...
Setzer's so much creepier in this translation. Not okay with that.
He kidnapped the girl, though. I mean, he is creepy about it, right?
Yeah, but the line was not that creepy, and it was something like, I'll deal with you later.
Oh, now I see. Setzer. Okay. Well,
oh, yeah. I'm not caught up yet.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I believe the word for that is rapey.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just take a minute to talk about enthusiastic consent. Yes means yes, y'all.
For all those people listening, always get enthusiastic consent and constantly check in with your partner to make sure.
Yeah.
Yay.
And funnily
Don't
enough,
kidnap opera singers.
This also is something that's come up in Dana's musicological work. If any of you know, I've done some work on music and porn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that paper was entitled Bow Chicka Wow Wow.
No, it was not. It was called Turned On, Sensuality and Sound. and it was
I was Turned looking... On is an excellent name for video game porn paper.
Exactly. It was about 8-bit Atari porn, and the sound and music therein.
Hold on. Back up. 8-bit Atari porn?
Yeah, there's a large amount of it.
Yeah.
I say large intentionally in this context.
Well, depends on the graphics. Some of them not so much.
How many
pixels?
I guess you can only use so many pixels.
Yeah, Michael, if you want to like YouTube, I would let's see. I would send you to Beat 'em and Eat 'em first. Because the gameplay mechanic in that one is just you got to see it to believe it.
P.S. Don't do this, stream watchers.
Oh.
Only if you're over the age of 18.
Right. Enthusiastic consent.
Yes.
It applies to looking up links as well.
There like, you know, when you're sitting around with friends drinking, it's like, what are you gonna do for your dissertation? One of those was like, dissertation, bow chicka bow wow.
Ooh, I'm really excited about this next sequence here. Don't breeze through the dialogue.
Oh, okay. I might be a little ahead of you.
You are, but that's okay. It's the flip I'm concerned with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta give me plot cues.
Yep.
The flip.
Because I read stupid fast, so that's something I'm always getting in trouble. I'm in a gamer group that gets together on Fridays, and we just play video games, and I'm always scrolling through dialogue really quick, and they're always like, slow down!
So they're saying slow down, you move too fast? You got to make the dialogue last.
How to make the dialogue last.
As a quick aside, the other major thing tying this game to opera is the way the characters are introduced, like you're reading the program notes for the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember that from your paper.
Mm-hmm.
You have like the little character dramatis persona description.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Coin.
Right, now, remember, people watching the stream who don't, know the game will recall that we did the coin flip to determine who would be king between Edgar and Sabin. And we'll figure out that it's the same coin here.
Oh.
And Sabin does not realize it until this moment.
I never picked up on that as a kid.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious how the dialogue tells us that he realizes that it's the same coin.
You have to have both brothers along for this little extra bit to take place.
That could be
why.
So
that's why you brought both brothers.
Maybe I just haven't had both in the opera before. So Edgar rigged it, not...
That's right, Edgar rigged it. He stole the throne.
Oh, wow.
Well, did he steal it, or did he take the responsibility so that his brother wouldn't have to?
That's correct, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Edgar.
But I really like the "don't tell me" line.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that Edgar is kind of looking in the direction of Setzer, where Sabin is looking dead on at Edgar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't want to look him in the eye.
That's right. Yeah, Edgar's head goes down there.
Shame. Shame.
I love it.
And we get another moment of silence. There's a lot of silence happening in this chapter.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. Because, I mean, it's total non-diegetic silence, to use the Claudia Gordman term.
This silence is preparing us for the big cutscene coming up.
One of the greatest moments.
When things fall, they fall. Oh, Lord.
Probably the best cutscene use of Mode 7 on the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. This is the traveling sequence to the southern continent.
Yeah. And we get the wonderful Imperial...
Yeah.
This is Emperor Gestal's theme, but more generally associated with the Empire.
Yep.
Final Fantasy VI's Imperial March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll notice the tubular bells carries kind of a religious connotation. It's very solemn, stately.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, this...
We get that rising fifth, which is also used in the Occupied City theme. It's the same theme.
Right.
Why doesn't that go on
the
longer?
Empire doing the occupying.
Ugh. We'll trigger that theme again. We can talk more about it because I've got more to say on that. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick.
Okay.
I remember seeing the spotlights in the distance and how it grows. It's just like I was so dumbfounded.
It's so cool. Very similar to the opening, where everyone's in that armor, the Magitek armor.
Yeah. It's an amazing
Going
theme.
to Narshe.
I always said Narshe as a kid.
I said Narshe as a kid.
I did too.
For reference, Dana, you do not need to buy anything
Why?
here because you're going to get the elemental swords in the factory, and they're better than anything you can buy right now.
I'm a little ahead of you. I'm buying items. So I was like, what? I need Phoenix Downs.
Oh yeah, I wanted to stop going into the town.
Yeah. I was like, I need Phoenix Downs for the sucking that I do.
I'll be right back. Have to get something more to drink.
Yeah.
All right.
Gin.
Before we were talking about like consent and stuff. Did we mention the name of the aria in the opera, Aria di Mezzo Caratteri?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, the half character, right?
Right, the half character, serious comic, which sort of also plays into. Well, of course, it'll play into the double role of Celeste. More musicological knowledge. The Occupied City.
So you can hear how that's exactly the same theme from the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going into the pub and talking to all the soldiers being sleazy.
Got that nice flat too.
Alright, I'm back.
Nice.
Did I miss anything?
I did not notice that he catcalled, by the way, so thank you for...
Is that only when he's leading?
No, the Imperial soldiers are catcalling the women.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're being creepy.
It's worth noting, by the way, that female dancers for the entertainment of men is a trope in the Final Fantasy series. As far back as Final Fantasy III on the regular Nintendo, you can have dancers dance for you who will do, like, a tiny bit of stripping in some of the games, especially the Japanese releases.
Jeez.
Cool.
Yeah, it's awkward.
A lot of them in Final Fantasy IV as well. It's every town has.
That's right.
The
this
dancer.
is actually the first game that actually puts them into some sort of context that's not explicitly entertaining the player, which in some ways is better because at least there's a reason for them to exist for like bad people.
Right. Exactly.
In my mind, that is a better use of them than like.
I think that is true. Yeah.
Explicitly for the player, which is just creepy AF.
Final Fantasy IV is where I learned the word smut because that is an item.
You can find the smut.
I do not remember any of this in Final Fantasy IV.
It was a secret room.
Yeah, it's in the developer's room.
Yes. and then you blush and like black out or something when you read it, or something happens.
Yeah.
When you read it.
When you read the smut.
See, I played Final Fantasy IV mostly blind because I bought it years afterwards, and I never really used the guide or anything. I think maybe I looked it up a few things here and there, but I mainly played that game blind.
And see, the blacking out, I played that game in high school, whereas I played this one a lot younger. I remember thinking that it was almost like getting roofied or something. I was like, this is not okay. Something is happening.
Hey, if you want Seraphim early, you can go get it from Zen if you have an extra 3,000 gold.
I don't know. I think I just... No, I don't.
Oh,
alright, you don't need it. I don't get it until later.
Yeah. I forgot that some of them actually know some spells right now. Ah. That's a nice thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, at some point we should probably reload the stream so we don't have the buffer problem that we did last time. With everything slowing down.
Is it slowing down?
Oh yeah, we could do that if you want.
I'm just thinking about last time how, like, around the 2:45 mark, things, like, really froze up.
Do you want me to do that right now?
I defer to the master Ryan Thompson.
Oh, I have no idea. It depends on what Dana's RAM limitations are. I have a crappy computer. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
I only have 8 gigs of RAM, so...
I have more than that.
You're probably fine then.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Julianne, I just saw your Bow Choco Bow Wow comment in the chat.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't heard you guys talking about the chat.
I haven't seen anything except Kate is the last poster I saw.
Hi, Kate.
Yeah. It's been somewhat quiet this time.
I think because I'm not on there.
Oh, maybe.
Partially.
I just switched drinks. I had enough gin, so I've switched back to La Croix mineral water.
Ooh, what flavor?
It's my cherry lemon. I basically stockpile it.
I love that one.
The crotch.
I love how
you almost
it's actually pronounced LaCroix according to the company.
Really?
Yeah.
I just want to sound fancy and say LaCroix.
Wow.
They're from like Minnesota or something. I don't know.
I think they're from Wisconsin, aren't they?
Wisconsin? I don't remember. They said that it has to do with not being French. I read an article on it at one point.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. I like the passion fruit, and for a while I thought that it was discontinued, but it turned out that my grocery store just stopped stocking that particular flavor, and then I found it in a Whole Foods and I got like inordinately excited.
Whenever Target runs out of my Cerise Limon, I don't know what to do with my life.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. How far are we going to go today?
It's a very good question.
I don't know. What time is it? It's 11.
11, about 11 even.
Maybe get through the Magitek factory? Or...
I was thinking we would do...
I'm looking ahead. Because we don't want to get through all the way through the floating continent. I don't think we have time for that, right?
No, hopefully not.
My guess is the Magitek factory will get us to about midnight and we should stop. if for some reason it goes quicker than I think it will, then we could do Terra's Past as well, and stop before dinner.
Aww.
Yeah.
As in,
Will Ayers just tweeted at us that he's enjoying the stream.
oh, good. But I feel like the dinner would be as far as we could get, realistically.
Yeah.
Given that we're relatively low leveled, you'll probably want me to take over again before the cave to the sealed gate.
Yeah.
Because then, like, every enemy in there can one-shot you, basically.
I really love how everyone's
Even
just,
if
like,
you're
running around blindly
well-leveled.
in the town.
Should we talk about the new town music we have here? I don't think we have.
Oh yeah, because this is the Empire music.
Is this the Empire? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, isn't that nice for that little guy to cure us?
Actually, it's really rare for the little boy to know magic. I think that's an interesting thing that I did not notice before.
Well, the little boy in Masa knows it too, right? Or is that
Yeah.
the kid that knows fire, and then the little girl is asking her mom to cure her?
Well, but there are good plot reasons that everybody knows magic in Thomasa, right?
Yeah.
Whereas here... Also, how Star Wars is that red Imperial Guard?
Yeah, right?
He's even got the helmet.
I feel like the red guards who guard the Emperor are exactly him, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I still will never forget when we were at Music and the Moving Image Conference, it was in the paper, when they pointed out how the end party music of Episode 1 is the Emperor theme from, like, Return of the Jedi, but major. And I had, like, literally that mind-blown moment. Uh-oh.
I love that stuff. Alright, sneaking in. Alright, this music though.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll check in here if the hammer is what's reminiscent of the Beatles for Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna want to grab all the stuff here, by the way.
Yeah,
it's all good.
yeah. I have to remember which one's which.
Oh yeah, we should have had you move to the back row earlier. That's part of how you do it, because Edgar and Sabin operate independently of row.
Yeah, yeah.
Only Locke is affected negatively.
Yeah.
I love how so much of this track is just sounds like like a line, like a, what am I trying to say? Like a processing, like
a factory,
mechanical factory.
Yeah.
I mean, now hearing it now as like a 30-year-old,
yeah.
I hear more of the industrial rock element to it, less Beatles, but yeah, 14-year-old Michael.
Yeah, I just hear the boom, check, boom, boom, check, over and over again, right? It's very factory.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I played this when I was like 7 or 8, and you know, this was all of this music was my first. I had like no references to other music, really. Mm-hmm. Besides what was on the radio, and none of this really resembled what was on the radio. So I'm at the point where it's like, oh, this sounds like Final Fantasy VI, but I have to sort of go the other way.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I encountered this game, I was already somewhat steeped in film music as a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game just blew my freaking mind.
Yeah.
Even though we've heard the battle theme a zillion times, I'm just mesmerized by the bass line.
Yeah.
It's so active. I mean, that's battle themes in general, and we talked about using electric bass where most other places we use string bass in this score.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the drum set as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the active percussion as well.
Gameplay-wise, I'm reminded this is the first dungeon that forces you to know the mechanics. You'll notice that physical attacks don't do squat here.
Yeah.
So you have to prove that you know how to learn magic, essentially, to get through the dungeon.
Which makes sense because, you know, we're in the factory where the magic is coming from, basically.
Right.
So what you're saying is that this is where the magic happens? Sorry, I just finished that entire giant glass of gin, so I think I'm feeling it a little.
This is where the magic is ripped out of you, physically and forcefully.
Remember what we said about enthusiastic consent? Yes, grown.
I see Dana paused on the menu.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where to go, because I can't remember exactly every single pipe.
Do you want the exact set of stuff to get?
Maybe. Couldn't hurt.
There's a lot of stuff here.
How is she unarmed?
How's who unarmed?
Celis. Oh, because in the opera sequence, I was supposed to re-equip her. Well, no wonder she got killed so easily in that fight.
Yeah, no armor, no weapon, no nothing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You should give the Thunderblade over to Locke if you're going to have her cast magic mostly, by the way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
As long as you get all 3 elemental swords, by the way, you can then proceed to continue the sequence, but don't hop down for the Esper fight until you have all 3 swords.
Okay.
There's other stuff here, but the other stuff is, like, transitory compared to the elemental swords, which you're going to want.
Okay.
Dragoon boots would be nice for Edgar, too, but I don't think
I love Dragoon Edgar. Yeah. I also like Dragoon Mog later on.
You know what's funny is you almost have to use Dragoon Edgar in the bonus dungeon of the Game Boy Advance version.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he can survive Ultima, basically.
I'm telling you, I'm liking Noise Blaster here as a way to just not deal with people for a while.
Yeah, that's low-level strat, is you just confuse them and then don't hit them with physical strikes, use Flash and Aura Bolt to kill them.
Yeah. Proto Armor. Is there a thing with them? Anyone in the bestiary?
What about a thing with them? They're vulnerable to thunder like all machines.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Who was you asking about, Dana?
Proto Armor.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
670 hit points on them.
Okay.
Celis's runic blade will suck up the laser, by the way.
Oh, it will? Cool.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so glad Locke knows Kira now. It's so helpful when you have at least one other person.
Yeah, for sure.
So many flat twos. I think we already talked about this last time.
Did we?
By the way, don't
doing a lot of mode
don't
talk.
physically strike them because then you get the rocket strike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't speak in modes, but say wow, sharp 4, which is like Lydia. Wow, flat 2, which is like Phrygian.
At least now you can burn Locke's magic to heal.
Yeah, exactly.
Another way this track is kind of unique in the game is that there's a lot of sort of intermingling counter themes, which is by itself very mechanistic sounding, even without the sort of mechanical, industrial percussion in the background.
By the way, you should consider healing right after every fight with the magic. Waiting to do it in combat is dangerous.
Well, not that I always have choices.
Well, hindsight, right? But...
Yeah. But I appreciate the tip for the low-level playing.
I always played this game like way uber cautious. I would like always heal, always want,
Yeah. And I'm careful about magic use too for the same reason. Like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not me. Burn it down. HP over everything.
I never burned anything.
Well, because, you know, ethers and stuff are so expensive that I was always nervous about it. What am I trying to do here? There's something I was going to do.
You're rarely going to need magic, though. The exception here is Celis's Blizzard is worth saving because, for the Esper fight, that you're going to want to wait to hurt Ifrit.
Right. Not that I'll use it, but got Dragon Boots, so I figure I'll go into Edgar.
Nice. Yeah, you're probably not going to use them early on.
Yeah, I mean, because his tools are so useful. Onion Knight.
That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah, they can self-destruct and kill you.
It's more that I just the translation. Haven't seen that. They're pipsqueaks in the other one.
The Onion Knight is actually the more correct translation because it's a trope throughout the franchise.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, they kind of look like they're wearing onions on their head, right?
Right, the Onion Knight is the default job class of Final Fantasy III.
So why are they Onion Knights?
I don't know why onion, but it's definitely a thing.
Okay.
Do you think Game of Thrones plays on that at all? Like, is there some sort of unifying beyond, you know, with Davos being an onion smuggler and kind of a knight? Or am I talking to a void? I don't know.
That's awesome.
I don't.
I mean, he's an onion knight, right? So because seeing that made me wonder if Onion Knight is not originally from Final Fantasy and from some other sort of large cultural trope that I'm not aware of.
Final Fantasy is older than Game of Thrones, I think.
Yes, very much.
I don't give it the privilege of like causing tropes in HBO shows, but it'd be.
I stopped watching Game of Thrones after season 3, so I don't know a lot about it.
I'm gonna Google this.
Who knows what the internet will say?
Oh God.
Ryan, make sure that I get all the things, because I've only gotten the one elemental sword so far. I'm overly cautious.
Hold on, let me bring up a map.
I got the map. So which ones have you gotten, Dana?
Give the shield to Celis, by the way. Keep her alive.
Yeah, I did.
Your only rule, by the way, is don't go down the conveyor belt that leads to the Esper fight, and you can get everywhere you need to get.
Okay.
At the very top of the dungeon where you started, there's a hook you can get to grab on the hook and go somewhere for a chest.
Oh yeah.
How do I get back to that though, from where I'm at?
Take the door that you're next to, or you were next to a minute ago.
Ooh, Flame Tongue. Who should I give Flame Tongue to?
Oh, that's the fire sword.
Yeah. Any recommendations of who I should put it on?
Yeah, give it to Locke, because he's the only one using physical strikes right now.
Cool.
So you might as well make his physical strike baller. Celis can cast ice.
So I found the origin of Onion Knight.
Cool.
Well, it's really just from the Japanese term has two meanings. It like literally means a green onion sprout, but also means according to TV tropes, like hello youth. So
which that would explain Pipsqueak.
Yeah, it would.
Huh.
It's Negi Bozu.
All right.
I'm not good at Japanese.
Oh, interesting.
It's too bad because me and Dana are, and we could, if we could see. Dana, I've got the ice sword location for you.
Cool.
The area with the wooden crates. There's a pipe in between the third and fourth crates down that you can walk to. There's a Zephyr cape and an ice sword there.
Okay, cool.
And after that,
the wooden crates that are along the right wall?
Yes, the far right side.
Okay, then I'm right here. I'm down right now.
And by the way, listening to the Magitek theme again over and over and over, I think Dana's right that what was reminding me of the Beatles was the hammer and stuff. But
bang bang Maxwell.
But nothing else.
I think that was just it. I think it was just the hammer.
So I was like, that is an interesting connection that I would have never thought.
Yeah.
But
again, 14-year-old Michael, who I think at that time was listening to a lot of Abbey Road.
Okay.
I'm so glad that the kids are going to daycare tomorrow, so I can stay up late as an aside.
I didn't have to work tomorrow.
I should work on my dissertation, but because tomorrow's the only break with kid watching I get, I'm just taking it as a free day.
You need those when writing a dissertation, I speak from experience. I had many a weekend of dissertation writing was like, I should write my dissertation, but instead I just watched Law & Order all weekend.
Well, we talk about self-care.
Yes.
A lot.
So much self-care.
Yeah, up the stairs there, Dana, and then to the right you'll see the boxes.
Of course, thinking of Onion Knights makes me think of the song Glass Onion.
So many Beatles references.
Everything is the Beatles.
Everything is the Beatles.
I mean, Uematsu has said he really likes Billy Joel, so...
It's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe he's also a big Beatles fan.
Well, Billy Joel did do an entire album that was an homage to the Beatles, The Nylon Curtain.
Oh, I see. There's the pipe.
Yeah. Especially, you can really hear it in the track Laura. It's just like, I first listened to that album and I didn't know that Billy Joel was trying to do the Beatles. And I heard Laura, I was like, yeah, this sounds like a John Lennon tune.
Well, then it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You caught that.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm curious about the name Belzecu.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Where does that come from?
Don't know.
It's like a barbecue.
Yeah. But
It's from the Divine Comedy.
Oh.
Really?
Is it some sort of wolf dog creature?
I'm looking now.
Here we go, yeah.
Also, I like that it's from like this important piece of literature that we should know.
Hey, it's been many years since I went through that Divine Comedy.
I've never read it.
I've only read it partially in the original Italian.
Alright, it's a demon of some sort.
I mean, he sounds vaguely like Beelzebub.
Yeah, that was my thought.
You know, you've never really read the Divine Comedy until you've read into the original Klingon.
Ha! I like that.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was an Italian minor in college. Fun fact.
Nice. I was almost a classics minor. I think I was 2 classes away, but that's because I took 4 semesters of Latin.
Wow.
Followed by an Italian film class.
I took a ton of Latin too. I loved it. I'm a big language nerd.
I would totally be a linguist in a second life.
Yeah.
I suck at languages. The only reason I took Latin is because I didn't have to speak it.
We had to speak it in my classes, but I mean, to the best of the pronunciation.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have to do conversational Latin. I don't think there is such a thing as conversational Latin.
Oh, this whole time. That was dumb of me. I never re-equipped her Esper.
Oh.
Frig!
Oops.
You're gonna lose her for a long time soon.
Yeah, that's alright. Okay, I think I have all 3 now, so I'm gonna get on the conveyor belt.
Yep. And you can use your magic to heal because you're near a save point.
Mm-hmm. Wait for Kefka's laugh.
That's right.
Is the sample a little different from the SNES one? Or is it just the way... I don't know.
No, this is a driver issue. The sample is pretty much the same.
Okay, yeah.
I did transcribe Kefka's laugh once. Can't find it though. Into notes.
It's excellently creepy in both versions of the game.
It's almost pentatonic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's anywhere near as different as like the opera samples where it's clear. You'd have to be like doing your dissertation on it to tell a difference. Damn.
Yeah, it may not have even been the sample so much as the way it was mixed with the factory sound. It just sounded more muted to me.
Right. Notice, by the way, it's the warring triad here, not the statues.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I feel like they used the phrase warring triad in the script of the SNES, but not, it's like in passing, they reference it that way.
Right, here it's never just the statues, which I feel is actually more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Take a hike. Kefka's such a commedia dell'arte style character.
Oh yeah, and you really get that with the character design, like the actual...
Oh my god, yeah.
He is the commedia dell'arte Joker.
Yeah, he is.
Terrifying.
He's awesome. This is the only Final Fantasy game where I feel like summons kind of suck. Just quick aside.
Huh.
Hey, I forgot I'm behind you. You can hit the save point first before the fight.
Mm-hmm. What about Final Fantasy III?
Summons are immaculately good there.
Really?
If you get the second summoner job, not the first one.
Maybe I never did that.
Yeah, then you get like Bahamut Mega Flare win still.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever got that.
The summoner 1 job is like Bahamut can heal your whole party or Bahamut can increase damage. Like, it's dumb.
Yeah. I think I gave up on going far with that job. I've always been more of an attacker, like a physical, like swords and stuff, than a magic person. As an RPG player.
Magic is securing.
Yeah. Also,
hey, Dana,
what even
I hope you
magic?
know who has what elemental sword equipped.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Sabin has to use Pummel, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Helpful.
behind.
Is there a tool that I should favor?
The drill.
Drill.
Favor no tools. That's whiskey. Man.
Loving this mead. I have a big bottle of it.
So this Ifrit character, it's so strange that he's like sort of in the corner. Does he summon things? I wasn't looking.
No, he's just him.
In the corner, okay.
Yep.
On the edge, I guess.
What would an
I guess I could be runicking.
Yeah, you could be. It's the best way to do it.
Okay.
Cast on you.
Okay, he's got that.
I always called him Ifrit rather than Ifrit.
While you're runicking, by the way, you can have Locke summon Kieran to heal.
Okay. Or I could lose some of them to ice too. And just...
Oh, that's why. Because I don't know. Maybe you can't replace a sprite. Oh, it's not a sprite. The image of the monster in the same spot.
No, you could. I think it's just designed to keep you informed that they had different positions in the room.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, that runic blade there saved your life there. You would have eaten it.
Oh my god, I died.
That's okay. Oh. Start off by using the runic blade the whole time and you'll win.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's really the secret to this fight. Is you've got to eat the level 2 spells or you will eat it.
Yes.
The other way to do it is
oh, here we go.
Forgot to get the wall ring from Narshe. Oh
yeah. Okay.
The flans. Ugh.
So I want to, back when we were talking about Kefka as a comedian art character, one of the weird things that always occurred to me is that, at least as I understand the jester trope in like the history of comedian art and everything else, the jester was always the one who, you know, besides making fun of the king, could like see the reality of everything. And well, Kefka does that, but he does it in such a different way than like the character's been interpreted in so much literature. You know, it's always the jester is the truthful one who was sad because they could see it, but Kefka is like insane because of it, and I always found that interesting.
Well, okay, so this ties into when we do mental illness representation in media, there's kind of a limited number of stock tropes that we tend to use. And so one of them is the ineffectual mad fool kind of muttering to himself in the corner, right? And Kefka certainly starts off as that character, but he moves into the madman, the Joker type, Joker and Batman, I should specify now, not the comedian dell'arte. That, you know, his terror is that he's unpredictable and he kills for fun, and you know, he just wants to rain destruction on the world for no reason. And so I think it's that transition between tropes that is really interesting here. Oh my god. It's hard to talk about my dissertation and fight this thing.
Hey, as you're doing it, if Silas's turn comes up again and she hasn't sucked up a spell, just hit the select button, bypass her, and she'll suck up the next one. You don't have to ever have that window of time where she's waiting to input the blade again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He keeps casting Blaze on me, man. He's bypassing all of my defenses. I hate low level so much, Ryan.
Sorry. For what it's worth, Shiva has a much weaker attack. If you have to load again, give Locke the Blizzard Sword. You could, in theory, swipe them between them now, actually.
Yeah, that is... I don't remember how to do it, is it?
Go to items and go up.
I'll give him that for right now. Ooh, okay.
It's only 3,000 hit points you need to do, by the way.
Okay.
So you're very close already, for what it's worth.
Have we talked much about the boss theme?
We did last week, not this week. We've mentioned the electric bass on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a sort of like organ over top, like an electric organ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I sort of like in this B section how it moves to major. I think to 4. If we were, I think it's an A minor.
Mm-hmm.
So really to 6. I think it's to 6.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a thing in boss and battle themes, I think, is to have that like moment of hope in that like sort of shining the light in major in that B section or the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's like the theme is encouraging you to keep trying, keep going.
Yeah. And then you get, of course, that flat 7, of course. It was interesting. Has anyone played Xenoblade?
I played Xeno Saga years ago.
Xenoblade for Wii?
Yes.
I've got Xenoblade Chronicles X for Wii U, the second one, but I don't have the first one.
Yeah, I don't have the second one, which I want, but I don't know if the second one also has very many battle themes, some of which are sort of orchestral symphonic, and some of which are more like this style, this like metal rock.
I have to confess, I've not played enough to tell you. My Wii U is... hey, good job, Dana.
Yeah!
My Wii U is underplayed.
Oh. Yay. It's just an interesting, like, sort of as the battles are changing, it shifts between these modes of sort of symphonic battle versus rock metal style. Sort of like the metal is used to kind of rev you up, and but sort of like, you know, people are dying.
Yeah. Oh, Dana, be sure to save in the other door right after this. Sorry, Julianne, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just whereas the symphonic, you know, like regular kind of upbeat minor track is just sort of your generic. And they use like a band to make those rock bits, and then they had like a regular composer to do everything else. And I think they performed it too.
So on that juxtaposition of the symphonic and the sort of prog rock feel, I feel like in Uematsu's case in particular, knowing that he's such a fan of prog rock, he sees them both as linked through conveying a sense of the epic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so it's so many, especially if prog rock lyrics are enough to make your stomach churn sometimes, like trying so hard to sound so deep.
Hey, Dana, the next area, there's a hidden sword before the boss.
Yes, that one I know where it is.
Okay,
Don't even say anything, because I know exactly where it is.
And you must steal from this boss as well.
Yeah, because I don't remember what he has. He has something good.
There's like a small chance he'll give you the Drain Sword from the World of Ruin.
However everybody's doing with their magic learning. I'm usually much better about that. Getting distracted by things.
My whole computer is frozen except for the Twitch stream.
Yay!
That's weird.
This is usually the opposite, so I'm not pressing anything and wondering what will happen.
I need to figure out a strategy to kill the cranes without the Thunder Rod for you, Dana.
I know I've always done it without, so I don't... I know that it's
You've
kind
also
of...
always been level 15 or bigger than
I've
that?
always been a pretty high level, yeah.
Right. I see. I really try to play the game up until after this factory without fighting any random fights so that you can level optimally.
Well, what you mean, like grinding? Like, obviously you're gonna run into things.
No, I've run away from every random fight.
What? Jeez.
I didn't hear because that seemed, like, ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I thank you for what little levels you did get.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't make use of your levels until you get Espers, really. Except for your max hit points and your base damage. And now that I've said it that way, it doesn't seem like any other stat is important by comparison.
I have to admit that after a while, the battle theme, as cool as it is, I kind of always got annoyed by.
That's the curse of all JRPGs, I feel like. Yeah. This is as good a battle theme as you're likely to get. These guys were originally Rhinoxes, by the way.
Yeah.
And trivia, if Gal goes and learns their rage, it's life 3, as you can see.
Which they never have.
So you could become super powered. That's right.
This mead is so tasty. I can't even. Why does a white girl only like odd numbers?
What? Because she can't even!
Thank you! Rim shot.
Wow. I don't even have a response to that.
Julianne's always got my back.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that should have the stone blade that I just grabbed?
Probably Locke, because he's the one swinging. Otherwise, no.
You mean like swinging his eighth notes?
No, I mean like everyone else doesn't attack physically. Have to.
I was trying to make a music
And if you're just joining us, welcome to our drunk music commentary.
Oh my gosh. Well, Michael, weren't you talking about my drunk dissertation before? Oh, he can't equip it.
Yes.
Oh, then I guess Celis gets it. She can equip everything. She's amazing and the best.
Hearts.
It sounds like you have a little crush on her.
Who doesn't? Okay, he's the one that changes his wall all the time.
That's right. The strategy is don't use magical strikes at all and just pound him with Pummel on Sabin and Drill from Edgar.
Is he going to magic me where Runic is helpful here? I don't remember.
I can check. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I just got a rune blade from him.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's a really
The
rare
rune blade
steal.
is the weaker of the two potential drops from him. And yes, the runic blade is worth leaving up.
Okay.
When you win this fight, you unequip Celis of everything, by the way.
Yeah. I hate how the game like runs off of
Number
stuff.
20. Number 24 is vulnerable to sleep. Whichever one of your people learns the sleep spell should cast that.
That's fun.
Oh, also the imp spell, which I think Celis might know.
That is possible.
And if you cast imp, then it can't cast magic anymore, and you basically win for free.
That's fun. I don't know if anybody... Oh, yep. Ooh. Hello. Please don't kill me. The sound effect for the imp spell makes me so happy. Wow, Locke's doing no damage to him.
If you got the imp spell to work. Oh yeah, it's a free victory.
He looks like a Ninja Turtle, doesn't he? Like a little baby one.
A little bit.
My favorite Ninja Turtle was always Donatello.
That's because he's the best, and also the introspective one.
Yes, exactly.
He's the smart one, too.
Yeah, he's the scholar.
He was like the spirit animal for all of us, like, nerds.
I love bosses dying in this game.
And then how they kind of like fizz out.
Yeah, I loved it. So satisfying to get that first crackle.
Agreed.
And particularly the more drawn out one at the very end of Kefka, that it's a much slower dissolve than you would get the rest of the time.
Don't forget to remove her relics as well.
I did.
Oh no, you did. Okay, sorry.
Thank you, though.
And so why do you want to do that?
Because she's going to leave the party in another 45 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
Party pooper.
Now we got the Magitek theme again.
I like whale in a tube. Well done. By the way, Dana, when you regain control after this sequence, before we talk about this piece of music here really fast, you need to equip espers in a specific order. Let me know when you're there.
Okay.
Also, Sid's portrait still makes him look like a hot dog. I swear to God, he's a hot dog.
He does look like a hot dog.
I know, like, why is he in a hot dog costume? I seriously have always thought that as well.
Maybe
it's supposed to be a safety vest with a hood.
Oh, really?
It's a hazmat suit.
It's a safety vest with a hood over a red piece of armor, but it totally looks like a hot dog and ketchup.
I know.
Now, is he an actual hot dog?
Maybe it can be
or
two
like
things, Ryan. Maybe it can be both armor and a hot dog suit.
Maybe. The Amano portrait makes it look like a wizard costume, which is just weird.
Yeah. Well, he's like a technical wizard. He's the inventor.
He is.
Yeah, true.
Professor
specifically, by the way, you need one person with Phantom and one person with Carbuncle.
Right.
Adjunct Professor Sid.
What was that?
Well, in today's economy, he would maybe not have tenure with that hot dog outfit.
Wow. Who said that?
I don't know.
Oh, that wasn't... I thought that you were quoting the chat.
Nope, quoting myself.
Adjunct Professor Sid.
So, who thought Celis was a spy at this point, your first time through the game?
Nope.
No.
I'm very trusting.
I'm very trusting as well.
I also, as I've mentioned before, had only ever saved Sid later on, so I had never seen that whole cutscene until I was way older. I think I was out of college before I realized that that was even a thing. So, a lot of people...
See, I feel like the cutscene you're referencing, I'll save it for spoilers, but it's easily the most mature piece of content in this game.
Yeah. And a lot of people say I didn't really experience the game until that moment.
It was hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just very persistent.
I was like, I tried, but I could never... I always got, I guess, the poison fish. I don't know.
I want to know what spell she's using here when she, like, freezes everything, and why isn't that in my spell menu?
It's warp, and you can get it. She just warps herself and Kefka out of there.
Yeah, but the freezy part of it, like, warping is one thing, but...
I think that's just like James Bond villain-esque freeze before the finish.
Yeah. Okay, so I need somebody with... Oh, wow. Phantom...
What I would do is I would give Sabin Madwin, and I would give the other two the utility espers.
Okay.
Someone with Phantom, somebody with Carbuncle.
Yeah.
Carbuncle.
Still need to save at the earliest opportunity, because we're going to die here a couple times, probably.
Who did Katobla Pass used to be?
Shote.
Oh, yeah.
Where else does this, destruction sound pop up in the game? Can anyone think of another spot?
Yes, the very end of the game is the tower's crumbling.
Is the tower's crumbling, and is it also on the floating continent too?
Maybe.
Like as we're.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
As you're, but it's. I think it might be played with music in the catastrophe music.
Well, I'm thinking of the aftermath of the floating continent. Spoilers.
Maybe.
Is this different from bosses dying?
Yes. This is deeper, it feels like to me.
Yeah, there's like more to it.
Is this the same as Lavos coming out of the ground?
It's similar.
Close.
It's similar, but
I have to compare these noises.
And Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger share a significant amount of developers and a couple of sound effects, so that could actually
that
be the
wind
case.
sound in particular.
Oh yeah.
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 It has like a melody. The wind sound has kind of a certain melody to it. That...
Dana, the other thing, have you gotten on the thing yet?
No.
Okay. The other thing is give Locke his good weapons back.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Here, hold on.
You can equip his weapons in combat, remember? So you're gonna be fine.
Oh, well, that's all right. I already. I'm so used to not doing that.
Oh yeah, low level. You gotta have all the options.
because I just saved, so we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Quick little interlude. Got to hear a little bit of the prelude. All right, so what would you consider his best options here? I have Flame Tongue and Thunderblade right now. Any reason either of those we could double Ice Brand him?
I would not use the Flame Tongue. I think the first boss here absorbs it.
Okay. So Ice Brand and Thunderblade, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think you're gold.
Cool. Oh no, it's Kefka. Go.
This is a cool little graphical mode for Super Nintendo. Hey, after the first combat thing, I suck. Don't give them the ice swords.
Ha! Okay.
Everything else is fine.
Oh, yeah, the trolley scene. Sorry, I just got to where...
During the first fight, whoever has Phantom should summon it.
So, Thunder and Fire are good?
Yeah, that's fine. You'll want to swap in the ice swords for the cranes following this first boss.
Yeah, okay.
But as long as you get Phantom summoned before the boss comes here, you should be okay.
Yeah, don't I
have here?
I can't remember the name of this boss, but Phantom is the first cast, right?
Yeah, you should just cast Phantom now. It lasts forever.
Really?
Yep, lasts through fights. It'll keep your HP high through here.
That's right.
The music we have here during this sequence, I'm trying to remember where we had it before. Because it has that little bit of the...
we have it during the group fights, right?
Yeah, the group fights.
All the group
So the
fights
one with
have
the Moogles, right?
Right,
Yeah.
and then Terra on top of the mountain as well.
Yeah, so that's why we have a little bit of Terra's theme in here.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na.
Right.
Da-da-da. That's the one thing about this game with the music. It's like, it's so expansive. Soundtrack. Every time it's like, wait a second. I know I've heard this before, but where?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I did so much transcription, was because sometimes I would go, oh, that's that.
Yeah.
It revealed things to me that familiarity had actually kind of removed.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Yeah, see, it doesn't last.
It lasts until you get hit by a spell, or until you use a spell.
Yeah. Because then I'm just burning down his magic, casting it all the time. Not that that really matters, he's not casting anything else.
It should last through fights.
Yeah, assuming...
Oh, no, you got magic cast on you, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how this track alternates like this sense of rising modulations in each section, and then these falling, like diminished sensations, sort of like tumbling down and then climbing back up and tumbling down. But always very sort of out of sorts. Like you're never really on kind of a home key area.
Well,
until the Terra's theme motif is like sort of the most stable of all of like the modules in this.
Yeah, I think it's also because like the percussion drops out at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a sort of a more intimate, immediately more intimate zone.
Yeah.
It's a good way of having us modulate upward forever without having to use the shepherd tone that Mario 64 employs.
The what tone?
Okay, it's called a shepherd tone.
That's where you constantly... That's the one where... Well, the illusion is like...
Do I steal anything from this boss?
Increase, but not actually increase.
Yes, you do, Dana.
Which part?
The main part only.
Okay. Oops, that's his wing.
So explain more about this shepherd tone.
Okay, so the most common use is Super Mario Bros. 64, but it's named for Roger Shepard, who came up with this sound illusion. And anyway, it has to do with octaves going upwards forever.
Mm-hmm.
Let me link this.
Yeah, it's a really interesting...
The effect is, if you listen to that video and kind of turn the stream down for a minute, what you'll notice is that it always sounds like it's going up. It never sounds like it has to go down to reset. Dana, don't use flash again.
Okay.
The reason for that is if you kill both arms, it's going to get you a lot. Oh, and you got the really rare steal, too. I hope we win this time. Yeah, anything that strikes multiple targets is generally bad in this fight, because you don't want to kill both arms. You should drill instead.
Oops.
Wait, so where is this used in Mario 64?
If you try to go up the staircase to Bowser before you have 70 stars,
yeah,
the stairs will go forever, and that piece of music plays as a means to indicate forever.
Remember?
It's a fascinating scale, though.
And I just played this like 2 months ago.
I wanted to point out on this theme, Julian, you were talking about the kind of tension between the two things, and seeing as how this is always used in important battles. It seems like, very basically, we have the rising motive showing up in a lot of Imperial stuff. It's kind of a back and forth of battle to me. That's the good guys versus the bad guys.
Yeah.
Really nice fight, by the way, especially getting the super weapon for Cyan.
Why, thank you. That was sheer talent. No. Pure luck. Alright, there's up here. Yeah. Come on, man. Chaser! There's a... Chasers are really
You should be able to save before you have to do anything else.
Yes, I hit a random encounter.
Okay.
That's fine, we'll jump. Why not? Haven't used that yet. Wanted to just trigger the jump noise. I haven't done that yet.
Vanish is a status they do not reuse in subsequent games, by and large. It's too powerful.
It is powerful. And then there's all the, Vanish Doom tricks. I don't know, they probably took those out for the advance, right?
Vanish X Zone will still work, Vanish Doom does not.
Aww.
But that actually significantly delays your ability to use the tactic. And X Zone has big glitchy problems with it as well. Specifically, if there's a cutscene following the battle, most of the time it won't trigger if you use X Zone.
Huh. Interesting.
Like, if you kill Death Gaze with X Zone, you don't get the Bahamut Esper, and you lock out the fight forever.
Oh my gosh.
That sucks.
Yeah, you have to use Vanish Doom to kill Death Gaze if you're going to do it that way. Which you should, because that's an annoying fight. So, of course, here you can't. They've patched it. You just run from the chaser.
So where
but
are
I
we
can gain
to?
experience and learn spells.
HP is better right now. Also, Locke's gonna get eaten by instant death again.
No, I make it through that one. Also, I have a USB controller that's an SNES, so it feels, for all of the weirdnesses of not playing the translation I'm used to, I'm at least playing on a controller that feels right.
That's good.
I like if you ask me to play the translation I don't like and then I'm playing keyboard, like I would just implode.
Oh, so trivia, I first played this game on a keyboard. I emulated it before I ever saw a cartridge.
Really?
Well then.
Wow.
Oh, I love when we get to
Like,
Kefka and it
back
says crud,
before
what a
SNES
mess.
Magitek was even fully accurate.
Sorry, what did you just say, Dana?
When you get to Kefka and he says, crud, what a mess.
Yeah.
And then he gets one of his creepy laughs. Hee hee hee. I can't do it. I don't
Summon
have a good villain
Carbuncle
laugh.
as soon as the fight starts, Dana.
Okay. Any other gems?
Yeah, focus one crane down at a time.
Okay.
And the left crane absorbs thunder, the right crane absorbs fire.
Okay.
Double blizzard swords is safe.
Yeah. Oh, I should put those on him. I love how
I wonder what room Kefka is in right there, by the way, because that's the same room he had when he was putting the slave crown on Terra way back last week.
Yep.
Oh! Cranes!
Yeah, cranes.
Sorry, when you were saying cranes, for some reason I had the bird in my head.
Oh. Put a bird on it!
I had completely forgotten about this scene.
For Setzer, by the way, if you don't know the timing for slots, don't use it.
Where's the ice sword? Man. There it is. So double ice sword is what you said?
Yeah, you can get away with that.
Okay. Is there anything I need to steal?
No.
Oh, wait. Cast. That's Phantom. That's not... Carbuncle. Here we go.
But what you want to do is pick one to get down. And it should probably be the one on the right, because that way Sabin can attack a targeted attack.
Wait, what did you just say?
If you attack the one on the right, Sabin has a fire knuckle equipped, so he can physically strike and guarantee which side he does damage to.
Well, I just killed that one, so...
Okay, yeah, whatever. Especially with Carbuncle up, it's not super hard. At supremely low levels, it's basically not possible without the Thunder Rod.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's fun. That's alright. Bye, Locke.
Oh, I love this music.
Oh, well done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Blackjack theme was awesome. It's very bossa nova compared to the rest of the soundtrack.
Oh yeah. It's just like you're wearing white pants.
You're laying on the beach in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
Got some Antonio Gaudio beam going.
So there's a vocal arrangement of this song on Overclocked Remix that's absolutely hilarious. It's like an awful cabaret song.
Oh yeah, I gotta see that.
I love the sound she makes in response to the Magicite. That it's so much lower.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen
after this
the drawing of Terra morphed. Ooh. After the sequence, call it. Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah. After the whole flashback.
Yep.
We call it.
Yeah, I play a little bit slower than Ryan does. I savor my playthroughs.
The Amano portrait of her, by the way, in the dialogue is freaky.
Yeah. That was what I was reacting to right then.
It's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah. Well, some of his concept art is really interesting. Oh, that's right.
You know what makes me sad is none of the other Espers we talk to here, save Maduin, do we ever discover in Magicite form. Like, for instance, Yuri never comes up.
Are you saying you want them dead, Ryan?
That hadn't occurred to me until you said it that way. I just want them to be a bigger part of the game.
Sure. Are you Kefka? Is that your secret?
There's no magic spell that instantly writes a dissertation, otherwise I'd be casting it.
Wouldn't we all?
I wouldn't mind some of the time spells, like stop, where I could just stop everybody else and get work done.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Haste for the same reason.
Yeah. It's interesting that she's Madeline here. She's Madonna in the other translation.
Yeah.
Which, I thought, oh, she's the mother of Terra, and, that connection. I wonder why they changed the name.
Yeah, I don't know. Wonder what she is in the original Japanese.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I have the Japanese script somewhere. I'm not sure. Well, I can't pull it up right now anyway.
Focus on the game.
We've talked a little bit about this theme and the otherworldliness.
Yeah.
When it came up before.
Yeah.
Still awesome.
And this is one of the few parts of the game where we get, like, racial undertones to the conversations going on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I think the thing that's really striking to me about this theme is the register difference between the flute in a very high range and the depths of the bass line.
Yeah.
There's quite a spread there.
Mm-hmm. This sort of, like, difference... Well, a lot of composers have used that to, like, represent the difference between, like, heaven and hell, or, the sacred and the profane.
Sure. Espers and humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also kind of implies space.
Yeah.
Yeah. The arpeggiation helps create that impression as well.
Yeah, filling in this large space.
Yeah. This is an interesting boot scene, for lack of a better word to describe it.
Boot scene?
Yeah, Captain Kirk takes off his boots, we cut to commercial, and then Captain Kirk puts on his boots.
I've never heard it called that.
It comes from Star Trek.
Okay.
I love the kind of fateful knocking, bum, 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 / the military connotation of that rhythm.
The opening descent there also really sounds like fate coming to get you.
Yeah.
And it does not repeat if the whole track loops. That's a one-off.
Right. Well, and that's also an inverse of, I've mentioned that before, the opening themes that suggest magic, more generally, and Kefka's rise to power. He inverts the Empire for his own ends. And so there's a lot of play with that theme.
Interesting.
What do we think of Gestal's portrait?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like crazy old man.
And the funny thing is, he's actually not all that crazy, he's just power hungry.
Yeah.
They really don't portray him that way, Now,
I always got the feeling like he was sort of the benevolent dictator, almost.
All right, I'm told, though I don't have an authoritative script in front of me, that Madeline is the original Japanese name, and Madonna is an added thing by Woolsey.
Oh, all right. Obviously, he saw something in that.
Yeah.
He saw the connection. Because there is a sense of, like, Espers is quasi-divine, right? And so she's carrying...
Yeah.
Carrying the child,
carrying
right?
that human life.
Yeah. I do approve of Slattery restoring it to the original name, though, if in fact that is the case. Well, that being said, I really like Terra instead of Tina. I think it's annoying. All the Japanese names suck.
Well, Terra kind of implies this connection to the Earth, that she's...
Right. Yeah.
She's deeply in tune with this force that is driving everything in the game.
That's right.
Yeah, and it makes sense that the field theme would be her theme.
Right. But, like, some of the Japanese names are just dumb, like Dragon Ball Z dumb. There's Cayenne for cyan, as in the pepper, and there's Mash for Sabin.
Yeah, Mash.
Because he mashes
things.
He
mashes buttons. That's how I always play fighting games. I mash buttons.
And butts instead of Barts, but that's just because I'm,
Somewhere in Cleveland, Chris Hatala is glaring at you right now.
Chris Hatala is my bro, and he knows I suck at fighting games. I always go to Mario Mondays that he hosts at the side quest. Second time I brought up that place tonight. I love that.
The closest place like that to me is up in Fort Collins, which is a good hour away.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's a bar. I think it's called like Dungeons and Drafts.
You'll want to check the dialogue here.
Gestal's dialogue?
All of it through the escape sequence between Madeline and Gestal.
I will slow it.
I just can't see like the woman lying on the ground as not a pig.
Oh.
With, like a hat.
Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna unsee that.
Oh my
now.
god.
Wow.
I cannot see that as a human. I only see a pig.
What are we looking at, human pig?
Madeline.
Like wearing a real fancy hat.
Yeah.
Just group this game for me, Julia.
I will say, while we have Gestal's portrait up, that what he reminds me of is the enchanter in Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
Tim.
I don't know what it is.
Tim,
There's something about him. Something about the eyes.
Yeah, I totally see that now.
I always thought he had dog ears with the sprite, so this helps. Just see pigs and dogs.
Well, there's so much you can do with 16 bits.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't be a human.
It's so surprising what they were able to achieve with the graphics. Obviously, that's not what I look into, but I'm always impressed by everything about how this game is put together.
Yeah, the little subtleties of the expressions, like looking down, the blushing, the winking. You don't get that in earlier games.
And the curtain closes.
Oh, then that wind theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which also starts, that starts the game, and it implies kind of a distance, right? It takes us out of the world of the operatic, and
we're starting. Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like reality crashing back in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which again makes me think of Kurosawa films, but then again I studied Kurosawa films.
I don't think you're wrong to make those references, because that's certainly things that the original creators probably would have been aware of, right?
Yeah. Though Kurosawa does not have nearly the reputation in Japan that he does in the West.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they like him, they enjoy him, but to some, his films are too Western. When compared to like Mizuguchi or definitely like Ozu especially.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He's gonna show me how to pilot the ship.
And I say once we land at Narshe, whether he pilots you or you pilot is fine. I think we should probably call it for the night. It's getting late.
Yep.
Yes.
This is another bed awakening thing, by the way, and I really had to fight hard to reconcile this one with my whole act structure idea.
Mm-hmm.
I justify it because it happens, assuming you only do what's required of you, it happens so soon after the mountain battle that, and remember that 2 hours is soon for a 40-hour game, even though it took us all day to get here. I feel like it's hard to either I would have had to choose this or the moment after the mountain fight, but not both.
I don't want to bring him back. I don't want to save and leave him dead. That's better. All right. Well, Brian, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm hoping to be able to play again the next time we do it. Hopefully I'm not watching the kids. We can do, we'll get through at least the dinner and the sealed cave, and hopefully all the way to the World of Ruin next time. So then we'll officially be halfway done, which means in theory we could do this in 6 sessions, which is fewer than I thought it would take. So, yeah,
That's
we're
exciting.
actually making fine time.
Great. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and catch us next time.
All right.
Yeah. See ya.